Coming up against Cove. This is your Southern Football League brought to you by Dartfish and Filming Footy. And as we get things started today, sitting with just 2 wins so far in 2026, the Cobras, they would like to get a move on, but it's a danger game today. It's been a long time between wins for Morphet Vale. Today would be their first of the season. My name's Oliver Riddle, your host today, joined by, for the first time this year, Tony Neal.
Thanks very much, Oliver, and what a fantastic day it is. A winter game and the ground is bathed in sunshine. We're nice and close to the action here as well, so it's absolutely sensational. We've got a entertaining B-grade game on at the moment. I understand that Morphet Vale, whilst they are behind, this is their highest score for the season, so just little encouraging shoots today for Morphet Vale.
That's fantastic to see. As we look at the weather today, it's sunny at the moment. Hopefully that sun stays around, but the clouds to the southeast were and still are looking a little bit menacing. We won't use the R word though. No R word today. We are not going to mention it. It's got 4 letters in it.
And it's 18.7 currently, expected 20. We can tell the viewers out there that wind is it's coming right behind the commentary position across the ground, Oliver, and it's over towards, you'll see the cricket pitch over there on the far side, the training nets, and it's sort of going towards that pocket today, so we might get a bit of the ball over there, but it's not really a strong one, about 6 to 7 kilometres an hour as we speak. Of course, our major sponsor today, ProBuild Australia, so thank you very much to ProBuild.
We've got some B-grade scores just a few minutes before that wraps up. What are we on at the moment?
Well, it's now become 25-16. It's going to test out the mathematical skills. That's 166 to Cove, and Morphet Vale are 6 goals to 38. Ball on the wing in front of us. Oliver, we cannot do what we do without our great sponsors. Let's just go through a couple of them today.
Well, of course, we've got our major sponsor in ProBuild Australia, Air Diffusion, the Aussie Inn down on Main South Road, Domain & Co, Dartfish, Filming Footy, Archies and the Sportal Scoreboard.
And that is fantastic. That's Domain & Co Real Estate. We're going to talk about them today. The Aussie Inn, just down there at Hackamite. Stop on the way home, mate. They say they're the cornerstone of the South Adelaide community, and it's the perfect place to host your life's most memorable moments, like a game after the footy, a nice meal. Let's get on to today's game. Is that what we're looking at?
That's certainly what we're here for. Hallett Cove, as they put through another goal for the B grade. You can extend your margin there. Hallett Cove today, 2 wins so far for the Cobras. Wins against Aldinga last week as well. We were there for that game, Phil and I, which was a good contest between both sides. Hallett Cove sort of extended the margin in the third quarter, and that was about it for the game. They held their nerves. Whereas Morphet Vale are coming off their Sunday Arvo game against Ranella.
One less rest day. So I've got Cove as the 5th place on the ladder, 2 wins, 3 losses, as you alluded to. They're actually 6th for points for and 6th for points against. So they'll be looking to improve that today. Morphet Vale, they are in 9th, no wins, 5 losses. They're 9th points for, 8th in points against. So there's a team which is Ironbank Cherry Gardens that have had about 60-odd points kicked more against them.
Yep.
Recent form, Cove in round 5, they lost by 63 points, so they won 1 quarter. They had 9 shots, and I like looking at this, and they kicked 4 goals, 5, so they need to maybe tidy up their scoring shots. Round 6, they won by 20 points, they won 2 quarters. So we're going to come to that a little bit later on. 8 goals to 4 after half time, which is a good finish. 25 scoring shots, 13-12. You've got some more information on Cove?
Yeah, I certainly do, as the full-time siren has gone. Tony, have we got some last-minute scores for the B-grade game?
26-16, 172 to Cove. Morphet Vale, 6 goals to 38. But as I said, it is their highest score for the season. And we do understand the situation they're in. And just seeing a shot on goal here. So it might be 27-16.
Looks pretty good too.
So shot after the siren, 27-16 we have, and that makes 178. But we'll come back to our 2 teams. So as we mentioned with Cove, so they've been a little bit up and down. They've won the 2 and lost the 3. And we go to Morphet Vale against Flagstaff Hill in round 5. Of course, they lost by 103. Ranella, they lost by 76. They did have 9 scoring shots, I will say that. 6 goals, 3 last week.
Yeah, they were in that game, Morphet Vale, up until after half-time. But unfortunately, they let it slip. Players to look out for today from the Cobras, Riley Holder, who was terrific last week, as they come out now, Hallett Cove, ready for their big A-grade match. Riley Holder will be one of them, wearing number 41 at the very back there. He was superb. He's been their best player 4 times already this season, and he's kicked 10 goals as well. So definitely look out for him. And Toby Earlham, who is Morphet Vale's best player last week, featured in the best players 3 times as well. And Robert Schindler-Taylor has kicked 6 goals for them. Look out for him as the Emus wander through their banner. Don't you love a banner in community footy?
Oh, just sensational. They've got 150 games up there, so we might try and find out who that player was that led the team out. Daniel Bode it was, 150 games, so well done to Daniel. Congratulations there.
Yeah, congratulations for
Number
him.
17, vice captain. So I do like to do a little wrap up on the form guide. Where will the game be won, or maybe what are some of the keys? And I look at Cove. They've been up and down in form and in their scoring shots. When they win, that's fantastic. But gee, they've been really up and down. They need, I guess, the key today is they need to perform for 4 quarters this week.
Yeah.
If they want to build for the season, they're in that 5 at the moment. Do they want to build on it? There's an opportunity there. For Morphet Vale, it's to stay motivated, positive body language, play to their strengths, and of course tempo. So we spoke with Wade Foggo, the coach of Morphet Vale, pre-game. Very switched on coach. He's got this team believing and just looking at moments. So we talk about education of players. It's not about whether we win a game or even win a quarter. It's just those little moments, and there's what you celebrate, the little moments. So will it be 2 or 3 passages of play that we see Morphet Vale do? And good luck to them. I said we're going to sprout about them today in the right way when you see positive things. There's 22 players out there busting their guts to have a go, and there's going to be things to look at. The game will always give us something. There's also going to be progress, and as I said, Wade Foggo, fantastic attitude.
Exactly right. Just taking a look at some of the changes coming in today. 3 changes for Hallett Cove. Back into the team is Max Sweet. Ty Bastion and Thomas Simpson both make their 2026 debut for the team. Unfortunately, they do lose Damien Roach, who's been amazing in their defence this season. And Tate Gunn and Bailey Gilbert both played in the reserves. Couple of changes for Morphet Vale. Robert Schindler-Taylor has walked in as we go to do the toss here. Lincoln Holder, the skipper for Hallett Cove. Robert Schindler-Taylor's in, as well as Ryder Walsh and Tyler Manuel Keating-Smith. Scott Killigan, Kane Florence and Damien Merritt miss out today. And it's been won by Morphet Vale, and away they go. That is in his 150th game there, Daniel Bode. And he goes all the way back to his under-12 days back in 2009 for Morphet Vale.
Wow, fantastic effort, isn't it? So well done to that young man. And we say they're kicking with the breeze. It's a slight breeze. Had a chat with Matt Pethick, the coach of Cove as well. He said it was encouraging. They're now starting to get some players back. So this is about building on the season. They have got youth. They've got 11 players under 20 years old, Oliver.
Is that so?
So he's talking about no risks. So we'll see their style of play today. They do a big press, and I asked, have you got the fitness to maintain that in the last 5 minutes of a quarter? So you might hear me commenting on some of the old coaching stuff today with that. The other side for Cove is throughout the club, they're quite strong. The B grade had a good win, but their under-17s are quite strong. So when you're looking to build for the future, they've got only a couple of players on points at the moment. They're getting a lot of their youth coming through, which is absolutely fantastic for Cove to be breeding their young players coming through. And as we said, 11 players under 20.
Should also mention our umpires today, Jared Simister and Mitch Bindick as our main field umpires. Along the boundary will be Rigel Meaney and Daniel Gantley, and in goal, Malcolm Farmer and Alex Manning.
So I'm always interested in what gets said in these huddles and how much so. Remember, you see Morphet Vale right in close with their arms around them. Cove were really in that bit of a circle. The other games this week, very quickly, 5th versus 9th, which is today's game. 4th versus 6th, Happy Valley versus Christie's Beach. 2nd versus 3rd, that's a big one. Flagstaff Hill versus Port Noarlunga. And 8th versus 7th, Ironbank Cherry Gardens versus Aldinga with Ranella the bye. But I tell you what, all in readiness for the game right here, right now. Cove versus Morphet Vale, and it's an absolute pleasure to be down here calling this game with yourself, Oliver, and this game is going to give us all kinds of things. Cannot wait for it to start.
Cannot wait indeed. Hallett Cove finished 7th last year, 6 wins, 12 losses. Morphet Vale finished 10th. Both looking to improve that. Both currently, as we sit, 5th and 9th, have improved that as Morphet Vale reach the centre square.
Yeah,
Exciting stuff about to get underway.
So big Aaron Reach in there, number 30 for Cove, lining up, and looks like he's going to be up against Daniel Bode. Going to get the first touch. Oliver Price, of course, in there as well for Morphet Vale, and also Noah Clems Carlaw. Umpire holds the ball aloft, all in readiness. There are 3 players on the back of both sides of this circle as this ball goes up. Nice, really nice leap there by the Morphet Vale player. The big ruckman for the opposition, which is Cove, gets it. Pops it forward, just on the wing here. Player on hands and knees. Little soccer forward. Can Morphet Vale get a possession here, get this ball out? Really spread out at the moment, Oliver. All the players around the ground are still sticking to their position, so it really is the 4-on-4 on this ball up.
Certainly is, and the umpire gets us up and away. Reach into the right, couldn't quite get hands on that. Player's going to surround the football and we'll try another ball up.
Got a good leap on him, Daniel Bode, hasn't he?
Well, he's the man of the game at the moment. Everything's about him today. Good on him. Maybe he can inspire something for his emus. Crowd scream holding the ball. Umpire pays it as well. Free kick going the way of the Cobras. That is Brodie Pearce, who's been in and out of the team so far in 2026. Might just have a shot here.
Wow. You can see the 50 in front of him.
You can.
I reckon that's the edge of the square as well. So he's going to be kicking into that slight breeze here, Ollie.
He just may be. He'll walk in 50 metres out, says our arc. Hallett Cove would love an early goal, especially the first. Kicks on the way. It just might get there. And Plenty tries to keep it in, does his best job. It's still in, and in the end, the Emus will want to see it over the line for a minor score.
Touchdown.
A touchdown. It was a touchdown.
Okay, let's have a look how they bring this ball in. Morphet Vale, nice chip kick out the other side there by Zephyr Lawson. Nicholas Robertson that was kicking out. So just looking inside, the eyes looking. The left footer now comes along the wing. Oh, player takes it. Well done. Daniel Bode, a little bit of the tempo here. Hold the ball up. Looking down the wing. Just chips it out the side. These are the winning moments we talked about with the coach, Wade Foggo. 2 or 3 possessions in a row, and that's a little win already for Morphet Vale. They're right on the half-back flank. They've held on to it for a long time. Little bit of indecision, and that's what can happen, but good back up there. Player comes in, and you can see what Morphet Vale are trying to do, and they've got to stick to their guns.
Absolutely, they'll stick to their guns. It's about fighting hard. The little moments, as we keep on mentioning. Bode in the middle. Players are spread out. Maybe one's coming back to be a 7th defender. In the end, the Cobras are going to push it forward. No one can quite hold a mark. Now has the kick right towards full forward. Players surround the football. One's holder. Handball to Plenty, who just rolls it through. First goal of the day goes to Hallett Cove. It's Jack Plenty.
And I was looking there, Connor Locke, the captain, number 10 for Morphet Vale, was the player that tried to get back in the hole, but he was caught between the two there. He was in the right spot, but that ball came off the pack, went over the back, and it was all she wrote as Jack Plenty just dribbled that ball through. So it is 1 goal, 1 to Cove. Morphet Vale yet to score.
He was a little quiet last week against Aldinga Plenty, but when we last saw Ranella here against Cove in the rain, he was probably their best player. As ball goes back up and we're into it again for this first stanza. 7-point margin at the moment. Sweet, back into the team. Nice dodge and weave. Goes towards half forward. Can it be a mark? No. Umpires lets it go. Play on to full forward. Maybe all the way through, but no. That is Orlando Brinsley there, who just knocks it through for the minor score.
Well done by the young man. That's not easy, running away from the play and not knowing what's coming at you. Big Nicholas Robertson now just surveys the area. Let's see if he goes to the same spot again, which was out the far side. He looks out there. He goes pretty much identical kick, and he's hit the target there. So Morphet Vale hanging on to this ball. They've done this a few times. Waits for the call. Yeah, nice little work. Just dropping that ball there, the Morphet Vale player. It's right on the 50. Quick handball over by Mitch Riddle. They come inside now. 1-2 Cove. Around on the left boot. And they like it off the boot there. And that was, looks like Zachary Thomas.
It certainly was.
With a nice goal off the left boot. So, look, I will say Morphet Vale keep trying what they were doing there. It was just that drop mark. But, gee, Cove are on it, but they need to be doing that today. If they want to push up that ladder, they need to be maximising any little opportunity like that and getting a score. It's no good getting the ball in the 50 and it comes out.
Yeah, exactly right. Zachary Thomas's goal there. He's played B grade to start this year, but hasn't missed a beat since he's joined the A grade team back in round 3, I believe.
Massive shout out to the canteen down here at Cove too. I'll tell you what, Ollie, I know you and I were both into the sausages earlier too. That's a high leap again from Daniel Bate. If they can capitalise on that Morphet Vale, they'll be doing all right because he's certainly got a good leap on him.
I even got bacon on my sausage. That's how special we are. Ball's back into play here. Groom tries to collect it. In the end, the Cobras can come away with it. This is Simpson, first game of the season for him. And it's going to be knocked out of play right in front of our boundary line there.
So we talked about being up and about, being positive, and you can hear the whole support to the right of us here, which are all the Morphet Vale crowd just clapping, and that's what it's about. It's a little winning moment like that, the golden fist, if you like, getting in there, just chopping away from Cove, and very good play by that young man.
Holder and Bo, go at it. Holder and Reach are probably going to both play as the ruckman for the Cobras today. They've done that a fair bit. As we'll have another ball up in front of us here. Both Holder brothers are in there as well. The captain, Lincoln, as well. Players surround the football. No one's really got a lot of it. Locks underneath that.
Just interesting to see, sorry, Oliver, when they put body on Daniel Bode, it takes away his leap, and then you can see the taller player in ruck. So he needs to perhaps just stand off, come in and jump over the top if he can.
Try and find some space to really run in. And he'll get that opportunity right now with another ball up. See exactly what Bode does. He stands right next to Holder. So again, the leap is a little faulted. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It is heading the way of Braden Hardwig, who's going to get it off a halfback, and away they will go, the Emus. Can't quite hold that mark. This is Thomas, our goal scorer from before, just thrown into the ground by Earlham. Play's going to move on. Nice handball away, the Emus can come. Off a halfback, towards us, Tony. Good mark, well done.
Yeah, well,
that was Benjamin James.
Yeah, well done by James. That first switch of play that we've seen from Morphet Vale, so they've brought the ball out. He's got a nice left foot kick, riding high. Couldn't quite take the grab. Good second effort. They're inside the 50 here. It's a nice looking kick right to the front of goals here. Getting after it, just bouncing away from Tyler Manuel Keating Smith, and isn't that a mouthful? But boy, when they got going here, that was really impressive football by Morphet Vale, and that left leg on Benjamin James is outstanding.
We talk about Benjamin James. Actually had a 5-year gap year playing footy up until last year. That's a long gap year. It's a gap generation is what it is.
60 months.
Umpire's pulled out a free kick here. It's coming back to the Cobras off a half-back.
Went at that far side a fair bit, but as I said, Morphet Vale, when they bought it this side, they had a couple of little wins.
Certainly did. Push book to the outer wing, and here they can go. This is Simpson, first game of the year. Takes a bounce, plenty of time, plenty of space. Might go all the way for home, and it's just a mark in the end. Just a little wide, but the mark's been taken for the Cobras.
Oop.
And they'll play on plenty. Oh, he's in problems now. He's going to roll around on his left foot. Does he kick it through? Yes, he does. More relief than anything for Jack Plenty.
How can something so easy be so hard? Jack Plenty on the left boot. He's kicked the 2-1, of course, to Zachary Thomas. And I'll tell you what was impressive there is how quickly they moved that ball from the half-back line through the forward line. We heard about the press up the ground, but you've got to be able to work back the other way and have the fitness to do it. As Tyson Shortridge comes on, Kyle Stoltz just coming off the ground, and Shortridge just goes straight down into the pocket. I did notice on that last attack that Nicholas Robertson was in deep water. He was up on the wing for Morphet Vale, so he was a long way out from being that last man on the line. He's up on the half-back flank here. I don't mind that. Up they fly. Gee, once again, Daniel Bode, if they can get some advantage out of that. Trying here, Morphet Vale, ball to ground. Trying to get it out was Jake. Now that's a Weisel. On the ground again, taking the ground. Big tackle, like pro bull riding almost. That was Oliver Price. In and under. I like the size of Price. He's one of those real in and under players. There he is on the move. Good body on body there with Holder. Tackled again. And we get a second ball up, Oliver. So they're doing all right here, Morphet Vale. Let's see if they can get a clearance.
Plenty of ball ups indeed to start this game. No ruckman could get near the football. Umpires let that go. Now Hartwig tried to get the kick forward. In the end, it was sort of intercepted. And we'll try again for another ball up.
Third ball up in a row here. So Morphet Vale just getting congestion. The wingers are still out on this side, but in on the far side.
Far side indeed. Lots of opportunity for our big ruckman today. Reach takes that out of the ruck. Kick forward for the Emus. Just gets over the head of a couple of players. And now driven into the dirt. That was Schindler Taylor, who today is game 200 for his entire career.
Fantastic. And that was a great one take by that young man. So they move up the ground, as we said, the press.
And away goes Hallett Cove. Look at this, streaming through. Simpson gets it to Wiesel. And no one can quite hold the mark here, but there's plenty of players. One is Shortridge and can roll it through. Not quite. Just shy of the goalpost there for Shortridge. Minus score for the Cobras, and it's a 20-point margin.
So Connor Locke about to bring this ball back in. That was quick movement. Once again, Cove, that 2 or 3 times when they get going, they really do move that ball quickly. Gee, this is very wide here, out to a 50-50. What's the free kick there? It is. I'm impressed with this young man, Benjamin James, the left footer. He's got a beautiful kick on him. Just gets that little bit further past the pack. That's what he can do. Gee, you can almost call that a mark. Not quite, if he'd have got that back. The big fella there is Connor Gilby, who played in the B grade as well. Out now comes Weisel. Penetrating kick, off hands. Max Sweet couldn't on the glide by. Handballs as he was falling over. 1-2, quick handball. They're deep in the pocket here, which makes it a lot harder. And that kick by Lincoln Holder, offline again. So they're peppering, 6 scoring shots, 3-3. We talked about their scoring shots pre-game, and they need to tidy up if they're going to contend, as Morphet Vale come out the far side. Lock again.
Certainly do. Away to the outer wing. Good mark there for the Emus. We're going to hold that up, however. Let the players flood forward. Positive signs for Morphet Vale. Out towards the outer wing. Half forward sort of region. Just outside from the paint of 50. Umpires called a free kick. Heading the way of Morphet Vale again. That was probably fair. And this is a big, important opportunity, Tony. This is the most important kick out of all of them.
Well, first of the ball, you win the ball, and that's Austin Tolosa there with ball in hand. And well done to the young man. He's going to have that wind really across his right shoulder here, so he's probably just going to have to go towards the right goalpost.
Well, he kicked 2 last week against the Wineflies, topped their score sheet, has a shot from 50. Not a bad effort too. In the end, just onto the outer side.
Well, they're on the board. We're 14 minutes in and putting up a good fight as we speak. Cove now. What can they do from the back line? We haven't seen a kick in. They're all pointing to go to the pocket. Most teams will give you that first kick. So here it is. Every team will give you that first one. It's what happens from here, Ollie. So just looking around. Looks like Thomas, is it? Oh, he's almost caught there. What this is going to do is create a 50-50. He's going to have to kick that high, and he does. Who's first to the ground? It's Cove, 1-2, backing up. Well done by the Morphet Vale. First to the ball again. Surely, no, he's dragged it in. So,
unfortunately, that happens.
Yeah, umpire's doing a good job, just couldn't get it out. And Lincoln Holder with ball in hand. Just surveying what's inside the 50. Runs around in the arc. Puts it high in the air. They all fly. Is that a grab? No, it's not. On the ground, hunting the ball. Morphet Vale holding that ball up. Orlando Brinsley giving the ball back to the umpire. Ball up right here in the square. Tap to the ground. Well done by Morphet Vale. They've kicked that out very close to the boundary. I'll call that 80 metres, 40 up, 40 down. And Cove through Weisel, looking to bring that back in, appealing to the umpire.
Not sure what's happening.
Umpire's just wandering in here.
But positive stuff there for Morphet Vale. But unfortunately, you see that get paid a lot there. Ball's gone over the side. Unfortunately, you get paid a lot there, where they just drag the ball in and Holder with the recipient of the free kick.
Just quickly, we'd like to thank our sponsor, ProBuild Australia. They focus primarily on insurance building. ProBuild Australia, passionate about services provided to all. General services
including building estimations, leak locating, non-friable asbestos removal as well, insurance, demolition, additions and alterations and renovations. Lots happening there. So, ball's been thrown back in. Cobras can take advantage of his short reach underneath it all. Now away they'll go. Holder's the man. Riley Holder this time. Left foot kick back into the hot spot. Couldn't quite hold it. Robertson pushed out wider. Nice one-on-one battle here. Although Morphet Vale had the numbers. But unfortunately, well, for them, as the Cove would take it forward.
There's Hartwig there, got the ball though.
Nice job.
Oh, two on one. The one wins out.
It certainly does win out. Players
Well
around
done.
the football. That was the late change who just came in. Holder through the centre of the ground now. Got time and space. Handball 1-2 Wigzell, in fact. How's the kick? Coughs it up to lock.
Just quickly, there's a player down in back play for Cove, still on the ground at the moment with a crook ankle as well.
This is Jeff Groom. Huge kick as well. And Robert Schneider-Taylor, there's a name for you. He's taking the mark right in front of us here, in front of our cameraman Josh. And how's the mark again? Good movement, Morphet Vale. And Austin Toulouse decides not to have the shot. In the end, we have a mark in the forward pocket.
Yeah, John Wanapa-Kamanga there, and nice little grab it was. He got into the right position. He got a good athletic type. He's out of the under-17s, played earlier today. He's going to be on the boundary, so it might be a difficult shot, but let's have a look at the young man.
We'll back him in, I reckon. The banana from the pocket is just going to go to the far side, and in the end, it's a mark to Holder, I believe.
I saw a bit of him last week on your call as well, and this is what he does. He pushes right back. You'll see him back here, you'll see him in the midfield, and you'll see him up forward. It's like there's three of him, but there is only one. Cove now, they try and hit a target, they do. That's Christopher Bursch. Into the inside now, Max Sweet tries to hit a target as well. Not tries, but does. So they're zigzagging right across the ground now. Lincoln Holder puts that ball out in front. It's on grass. Nice turning circle there to Jaden Morton. Gets it into the square, didn't get enough of it. So trying hard down there is Robertson. Big pack forms, oh, bang, they go in there. You can hear that. He's trying to get that out, surely.
And it's paid too.
Gee whiz.
I'm not sure about that one.
Just unlucky. You had the players, well, they're smart. They dive on top, hold it into to that player, and he can't do anything with it. They all look at the umpire, and he says, well, I'll pay it. And this is plenty. And he's kicked the two plenty. He's been lively up in that forward line.
He is always lively, but right there, I reckon Plenty held that in there. I'm not so sure myself if that was holding the ball. Umpire's paid it, and Plenty has his third shot at goal.
So, Jack Plenty, he'll kick from about 30 out. This will go a little bit left to right. He's kicking into that breeze. Being a left footer, that's going to drift a bit to the right if you can't get it straight. Ooh. Well, have a look at that. Left. Say all that, and it drifts to the left, but 3 goals for. And it's been a while since they've scored, Cove. So Morphet Vale doing well there, 19 minutes in. And just waiting for that ball to come back. And I've liked Connor Locke taking the kick-ins. He's gets plenty of distance. You can see Cove setting up. And you just hear the call here. Jai Robinson just drifting back. He's all on his own if they can get it to him. But Christopher Bursch reaches up. They come inside again. Max Sweet. Gee, chippy kick. Didn't quite make the player. Up, down, round and round. Anyone's ball on the ground. And yet another ball up here, Oliver. So which way is he going to play that one? So he's been consistent, the umpire. He has paid it this time. They've got to set up off half back here, Morphet Vale. There's a 25 metre. So they're all working back now. You can hear them. I call it the migrating wildebeest. The whole pack all forms a bit like Clarko's cluster, and then he sneakily pops it out wide. Well done there. Oliver Price, ball in hand, half-back flank, Morphet Vale.
Played for Encounter Bay last year, Oliver Price. Good kick there. Bo couldn't quite hold it. All the way back to Birch. Umpires pulled a free kick at the sling.
Tell you what, he earned that. I could hear that from here.
This is Max Sweet. Back into the team today. Was one of their best against their heavy loss to Port Noarlunga. Did miss last week, though. Riley Holder.
Getting plenty of it around the ground. He's sort of in that back half, isn't he, this back half of the quarter. he's been in the back half of the ground. Makes sense of that, as that was Sando getting that ball across. So they're going a long way home, aren't they? Is that touched off the boot? No, it's not.
It didn't look right.
No. Who have we got for 21? We haven't got a 21 on our sheet.
No, we don't. That's normally Damien Roach. Someone's taken his number today. Wiesel is going to push it forward, though. Cove moved it well.
Oh, Robertson. Been good. I've liked him down back.
I have liked him too. Looks like my uncle.
Solid. Your uncle wears orange boots, does he?
No, my uncle's got a big red beard and he's bald.
No, fantastic work. He's doing a great job out there. And I'll tell you what, their use of the ball a lot of the time has been quite impressive. I like this. It's this next kick where they're getting a little bit stuck on that wing. The pack forms. Oh, flying high. And a free kick given, so no mark there. That was Holder.
Holder just paid the mark.
Ah, well, that's why you're over here and they're out there, mate. Ty Bastian, ball in hand.
Oh, dear.
Kicks into the player on the mark. Can they capitalise here, Morphet Vale? Gee, I'll tell you what, Benjamin James, he is very impressive, this young lad. And watch for this left foot kick. He'll go 10 metres past where everyone sets up, unless he does a nice little... He's got a beautiful kick, that kid. So, Jeff Groom, ball in hand. They're going to load up. The lead comes. It goes over the top to the pack. Big Fish comes in. Can they crumb it here? Morphet Vale, 1, 2. It's out the back. Anyone's ball in the square. Guess what? Holder's out there again. If he's not taking spec, he's on the wing. He's in the back pocket. Up it goes. Anyone's ball, 50-50. Flicked out. It is a throw too. They're away. That's Oliver Price. Drives it in, and that is precise football to Josh Morrison. That's as good a football as you'll see, Oliver.
That was fantastic. Man, a play of the day there from the Emus. And Josh Morris made his A-grade debut back in 2017. 9 long years battling it out for Morphet Vale.
So Josh Morrison, I'm going to say that could be Oliver's twist to the game today, Ollie. We're going to have a bit of fun with
Oliver's
that.
Twist.
In it comes Josh Morris, right underneath that. High, over the top of the umpire's head. And they erupt on the bench here as Morphet Vale hit the scoreboard with a nice big goal to Josh Morrison. I tell you what, their pressure out on that far side. Holder popped that ball out. It got turned over. Quick kick in by Oliver Price. And I tell you what, the Olivers are on fire today because Morphet Vale have their score on the board. Well done. Late in the quarter, winding around to about 23 minutes here. And this will be interesting now what Cove do. When a goal is scored, will they answer back and get a quick one, or will Morphet Vale get a sniff and start to escalate?
Certainly is an interesting question. Ball's been pushed up there. Nice goal from Morris. Holder now. Got a man next to him. This is Kyle Stolt. Stolt out wide. A good mark as well. Move it on. I like that. Zachary Thomas has the kick. Superb. Clinical. So this is a man who's been everywhere. Jack Plenty.
Well, let's hope he does a little bit better than his last time when he went this way, that way. He still kicked the goal. They make it harder than what it is, Jack.
In round 2, I spoke to him to get the team sheets. He said, don't worry about anyone else, just focus on me. Number 5.
Oh, hello.
Plenty. Strolls in, how's his kick for goal number 3 for him. He loves that. And they're looking really good, and he's the standout star so far.
Well, that's why he said what he said. 4-4 plays 1-1. And just coming on is Orlando Brinsley and Lucas Sutton just coming off now. A lot of work going on in that back 50, but gee, when Cove do get it, they accelerate. The one thing I will say, that was the goal by Morphet Vale earlier. Can Cove answer? And they've got to be able to do that. As I said, they're 5th on the ladder. They're going to be pushing and pushing in games this year. I did notice both these teams, they don't get the bye till maybe round 12, 13 or somewhere through there. Or maybe a little bit earlier than that because only 9 teams. But it's not till late in the round, in the draw. As that ball on the ground held in, we get a second ball up in the middle now. Wingers still stay out on the far side. Once again, they're in almost on this side. It heads that way now. Holder again puts the body in, takes 2 with him. 1-2 over to Pearce. Handball out. So he's had to turn a lot, Mitch Riddle out there. Little hand in the back. Yeah, the little hands, you just can't do it. Little hand in the back, and we say goodbye to Jaden Morton because look at him. There he goes, down behind the bin. He's disappeared. Oliver, look at that. He's an alien. There he is. He's come back out from behind that bin. That was clever there. Jaden Morton. Nice of the people on the sidelines just to watch him go down and get it.
Oh, yeah, nice. They're not moving.
So Jaden Morton will have to throw these people out of the seat. Always interesting there. Puts the mouth guard in the sock, but doesn't pull the socks up. It's a different game. I tell you what, Jaden Morton now wandering in. Oh, the left footer is on the right side for a left footer. What's he done? Straight across. Could be a set play. The boundary umpires put the whistle to the mouth, and it is a free kick to Morphet Vale here. And is that Connor Locke again? Ball in hand.
Whistle blown out on the full lock. The co-captain there couldn't quite find a mark for Brinsley, who really stretched there.
Great crowd there. Great to see him come down here to Cove. It's really got that country atmosphere to the day, and fantastic to see that boundary umpire about to bring it in. Oh.
Ooh. Now we're off and we're away with our boundary umpire. Holder, tap, can move it on nicely. It's a downfield free kick, could be. In fact, it is. Not so sure about that. That was pretty quick there on that tackle on Climbs, Carlo, who's played for Hallett Cove since 2016, back in the under-10s.
10 years.
10 years is a long time. I've only had 2 decades myself. I don't know about you, Tony.
Don't go there. Oh, a little handball off.
And the goal will be not kicked.
Wowee, trying to be
the
too neat.
The opportunity was there for Thomas Simpson's first game of the year and couldn't quite hold it there.
Well, they have been getting those players back, but, you play 2 or 3 games and you start to really get yourself into it. But, not sure Matt Pethick will be too happy about that. You want to share the ball around, but let's not get too funny with it. As out this far side, that's a beautiful kick. Gee, out the back now. Robert Schindler-Taylor on the ground again. Cove hunting the ball. Tyson Shortridge comes in. He comes up from that forward pocket, gets in around that ball, and he'll be the one to give it back to the umpire there. Robert Schindler-Taylor also getting up and just coming. No, he's going to hang around that pack. Don't mind that. He's probably the free man off the back of this pack if they can get it to him. Still free here on the wing. Oh, gee, dive forward there. Bit of a nose plant. Just holding it in. So we're seeing a few on a dry day, but these 2 or 3 stoppages. Up it goes again. Holder. Gee, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's going to get it out? Cove. Now they go forward. Bouncing ball towards that forward line, right on the siren. And the current score, we have 4 goals, 5. 29 to 1 goal, 1-7.
So 22-point margin here at quarter time. Heading the way of the Coppers. Our goal scorers, Plenty's got 3. He's been everywhere, Jack Plenty. Zachary Thomas also kicked 1. And for Morphet Vale, their goal came from Josh Morris, who made his A-grade debut back in 2017. How'd you see the first stanza?
Yeah, very good. As we said, Holder, just really impressed with his work rate around the ground. As I said, he's not just go from the middle and go forward. He pops up in the ruck, but he is down back. I did see a bit of that last week as well. So really impressed with him. Jack Plenty, of course, with his 3 goals, has been lively up forward as well. We might cover Morphet Vale when we come back from the break. Do you reckon, Ollie?
I think that's a fantastic idea. You're watching the Southern Football League. That's all thanks to Filming Footy. You're watching the Southern Football League. It's round 7 action from Cobra Park. Hallett Cove taking on the Emus. Morphet Vale. Tony, how did you see at the first quarter?
Yes, well, Cove, when they got that ball forward, they moved it extremely quickly in their forward half. A couple of the kicks were maybe not hitting the targets, and we saw them a little bit offline with their goal shooting as well, 4 goals, 5. But when they do release in that forward half, they go very well. Morphet Vale at times, I've been impressed. We talk about the patches. They've had a couple of patches where they've hit targets and worked the ball down the ground. They've had a couple of scoring opportunities. I'll tell you, the other thing I'm impressed with, Wade Foggo at quarter time was actually giving them a little bit of a rev up and demanding things off them. And I think that's a good sign because he knows that they are capable of doing it. There's a car on the ground in front of us, just quietly. There's a coffee machine on the ground. So this is a first. And, well, they've gone through the interchange bench. There's something leaking out the back of it. And they've gone around the wing, past the Morphet Vale. Well, that's the first in commentary. Past the Morphet Vale box. And down they go. There's trees getting removed out the back there.
Full driving down there.
Well, they just bring a thermos like I do, and everyone will be happy. Ball up in the middle of the ground, you're with Oliver Riddle.
We're set, ready to go for the second quarter here. Southern Football League action. Copperus has to hear the car behind us. Wow, it's got some real power to that. Sweet chasing the ball. Hartwig goes forward for the Emus. Can they find the mark there? Maybe a shot off. How's the kick? Could be Morris again. It is. All clear, says the umpire. And it's Josh Morris's second goal. 9 long years he's been playing for Morphet Vale. He's kicked their second. How'd you see it?
And that was interesting because that kick was actually angled out to the right and came off the side of the boot, so it actually went central. Make sense of that. Into that pack, and then off hands. He almost ran into trouble, Josh Morris, but he's smart enough and good enough. Get that ball around the corner, and that's what Coach Wade Foggo was asking for, and that's what they can do because they're capable. They've just got to believe they get the first score. Good on them.
Fantastic to see Morphet Vale up early in this second term. Umpire throws it up. Netball whistle goes, confuses us all. This is Jeff Groom. High, look at that kick. It'll bring rain on a day like today. In the end, the mark's been taken. And Hallett Cove can dish the ball off as they do. Moves it forward. Ooh. Nice mark. Down on his knees. It's a Lincoln Holder. Takes his time with the shaved head. Now, perfect ball right towards the hot spot. Top of the goal square. Ball's going to bounce around. Holder goes in tough. Real tough. Handball backwards. Couple of players around the football. Thomas lays the tackle. Plenty sort of ducked. Yeah. Umpire, did he fall for it?
It was there. And taken high. And Plenty will line up for his fourth now. And this is the answer. I'm going to be looking at this today. If Morphet Vale score a goal, can Cove get the next one? They want to be pushing to do that, and, well, they've received a free. That was anyone's ball off the pack, though. Holder competed well, but anyone's ball, it ends up with Plenty.
Plenty's had some real big opportunities already in this match to make it a bag for Plenty, and we're only just after quarter time. Oh. How's the kick? He's starting to get used to those celebrations. Jack Plenty has kicked his 4th goal of the match.
So, up and at him now, and Coach Foggo just asking for the players to keep their heads up and talk, just to work it out. Just so that can happen, that can go either way there. The back, I'll tell you what I do like, the back line's all together down here for Morphet Vale. They're having a bit of a yap. Panozzo in there and Robertson. I like Robertson up the ground a bit here. He's centre-half back. Ball back in the middle of the ground. And once again, Daniel Bode, his leaping is sensational. It's if they can get that ball straight into a pair of Morphet Vale hands, they'll be out of the middle here. Player comes back getting ready. This time it's anyone's ball in the middle. Big tackle applied. And this is what they're good at, Morphet Vale. They'll smother Cove and get a second ball up. It's what happens from here. Wingers on the far side look like they've come in. Punch forward by Bode. Coming in quickly, Ryder Evans. Well done by the Cove player there. Held up. Better players for Morphet Vale last quarter. Benjamin James, number 8. I'm really impressed with that young lad. Really like him. Up and down now. Cove can't get away. Strong tackle. Puts the ball on the ground. The umpire just raises the hands. Play on. They're in front. Surely a mark or free. It's not. He bounces back up. Schindler Taylor. And this time the umpire's going to pay holding the ball. So probably unlucky. First of the ball. Gee, jumping up and down out here is Weisel out here, calling his own name as well. Oh, it's a first. Up and down it comes. Cove, they're going to get inside the 50. Are they with this kick? Quick handball, and they are inside 50.
Evans the holder, and away they go right towards the back. Good mark. That's his brother Riley. That was a sensational mark. Just sort of held his opponent forward and got out the back.
Smart player, used the left hand. I think he's a 3-time, is he? Premiership player at Glenelg, so knows his way around. 23 years old, and he's down here playing footy with his brother and enjoying his local footy.
Certainly is. Holder, goal number 1 for the 7th of the year. He's kicked it. Cove have got plenty on the board already. That's goal number 6 for them as they stretch the margin.
So, big towering mark. He held the player out with his right hand, and a Peter Hudson is protect where the ball is going to fall, and that's what he did. We just see Connor Gilby coming on, and he's going to go down back. So this will be interesting. He's going to go down back. He was the ruckman in the B grade. He's now going to be on Riley Holder. Riley Holder at full forward. Interestingly enough, he was in the back pocket, but at that end of the ground in the last part of the
Holder goes
earlier
everywhere.
quarter. So maybe he just doesn't change ends.
Is that lazy? Holder, he's been used all this year, going all sorts of directions. Opportunity for our man Benjamin James. Ball's going to bounce towards the goal square. Can they find the goal? Morris is down there. How's the kick? It's gone through. Touch, says the umpire. That was Ryder Walsh, who's yet to play an A-grade game until today.
So good effort there by Morphet. Once they get running, it was that kick from Benjamin James. I guess the thing there, no right foot, so he went inside out with the left, but he got it forward for them. As that kick comes out, you can hear that from here. This is Dylan Sersh in number 21. They couldn't find his jumper, and we had him down as number 6, but they thought they had 2 jumpers on top of each other. Big high kick comes in, body contact made. Holder, unselfish, goes to the top of the square.
Smart choice.
And I'll tell you what, is that Morton, is it?
It is Morton there. Jaden Morton is kicked 33 B-grade goals last year. Kicked quite a few this year too.
He's been lively on that other side of the ground in that first quarter, and he's now at the top of the square here. So he will come in. Pretty easy shot for Jaden Morton. On the left boot, they've got a few left booters, so Morton kicks his first. 3 for the quarter. They kicked 4-5 in the first quarter. Cove, they've kicked 3 straight. Morphet 1-1 in the first quarter. They've already reached that, 1-1 for this quarter. So now I'm going to ask the question, can Morphet perhaps get one back on Cove?
Well, they're looking lively. They've had a couple of opportunities, that one there touched in the goal square. Morris is probably their most dangerous. He's kicked their 2 goals. I've liked him, and I've liked Benjamin James.
So our scoreboard brought to you by Squirtle today. Remember the Aussie Inn, Air Diffusion, Doman & Co., other sponsors, Filming Footy, Archie's Dartfish. Our best on ground wins the Archie's thongs and the beanie. Much sought after. Is that ball in the middle again? I don't mind this from Morphet Vale. They tend to hold that up. Cove can't get it free. It's what happens now. Wingers are right out on this far side here. Up it goes. Punch forward again. See, a little bit of aerial ball there by Wanapa Kamanga. Another ball up now, just shy of the 2 centre circles that they've got here. Great facility down here at Cove. We've got netball out the back. There's, I think, soccer grounds. There's a bit of everything out here. Real community feel to it.
And away they go, the Cobras. How's the hands? Pretty good from Holder. Very good hands. Leaping, stretching his arms. Kicks fantastic too. Mark's been taken. It's his brother.
I reckon they might have done a bit of this over the years, Ollie.
I
just
think
quietly.
they have. So the holders connect. Riley's on the scoreboard. Lincoln yet to be on the scoreboard. And of course, Lincoln Holder, the captain, he's been terrific so far this year. Even better, bringing his brother Riley from Glenelg. That's probably been his best part. Holder's going to wander in. 35 out, slight angle. The kick. Goal umpire just looks straight into the air. He's kicked another. Goal number 8 for Hallett Cove.
I'll tell you what the other thing Cove are doing while he was lining up for that shot on goal. They interchanged 3 separate players there. So Bursch comes on as well. It looks like he's going into the midfield. So Holder now is going into the midfield. Now Bursch is now coming out. You can see he's just dropping forward there. So Holder in the midfield. The other one that came in was Shortridge, and he's right in the middle, as with Thomas Simpson. He's just going to the forwards tap here. This will be interesting because I like Bode, whether he's going to go up and punch it forward or sideways. He gets up again. He does go sideways. Holder roves it, does an inside-out screwy. Anyone's ball here in the forward line. Is that just really threw it on the ground there, Max Sweet, trying to draw a free. As interchange here for Morphet Vale in front of us. Zephyr Lawson coming on, and coming off is Lucas Sutton. Just wandering on to the wing, gets a bit of attention for his efforts from Ryder Evans. As that throw-in comes right in the forward pocket here for Cove. Big punch out. Bang goes Bode. Once again, this is what he's done. I reckon he's won probably 60% of the taps today, but they just need to get onto it, Morphet Vale. They can get it to a rover. He's got a free just to the right here. Does he go that way? He does. Oh, riding onto it, though, the Cove player. Pops it over the top, and in doing so, through for their first point of the quarter there, Ollie. So 4-1 now for Cove this quarter, as we're almost 10 minutes in.
We certainly are there as I stuff up the score, but I'll have to fix that.
Don't tell them.
Exactly. I didn't stuff it up. They
I
stuffed
saw nothing. Connor Locke, how have you seen his kick-ins today?
Well, the co-captain, I think so far they've been pretty good at taking the ball out of defence. It's just about when they get towards the centre of the ground, as we see right there. Beautiful kick to Groom.
Precise, isn't it? As good as you'll see. It's this kick here. He's got two out this side of the ground, and I'll tell you who, it's Robertson if he wants him. Doesn't quite get it done. So it's back now there. It's surge forward, Cove. There's a shot on goal, straight back over the head. And that was Weisel there with his first for the day, fifth for the quarter for Cove. But they've got to keep their heads up here, Morphet Vale. I can tell you, being an ex-backline player, that can happen. Things happen like that in games, and it's not worrying about what's happened right there and then. It's what you do next. How do you get past that and move forward? Keep your heads up, positive body language, and maybe next time you try a different way of getting that ball out of the back line.
Absolutely. Weisel was originally part of Brighton Bombers before he made the switch 2 years ago in 2024. Ball's back in the middle here with our two main field umpires. Take it away, Tony.
I was just going to say, it's Bursch that's now come in. So Holder's gone down forward. It's a good match-up with him and Robertson. Gee, no one actually gets it. Birch hits it on the way down. It's out the back here to Cove. There's our player, young Benjamin James, and he's done well there. He's a little bit of a fighter. I love this matchup. Robertson on Holder. I'd be having Robertson follow him most of the day if you can just take next to or front position from him as it goes up. Holder, a superstar in the comp. Out it comes. Almost came too quickly there for Weisel. He wasn't expecting that. Now they're out here. Are they Morphet Vale? Not quite. Over the top. Do they do it well here, Cove? Watch them execute from here. Out it goes Holder. Puts the body on. Close call here, 2-on-1 and taken over. Jumps over the crowd. Wowee. Get him into the hurdles. Gee, that could have been close. They are behind the boundary second line there, but well done by Morphet Vale player there. And Holder not getting all his own way as this throw-in right in front of us here.
Right in front of us, indeed. A couple of players around the football, one, of course, being Holder. And Robertson has him. Robertson, sorry. It's a Robinson and a Robertson. Just to make our life confusing.
We'll go with Robbo.
Robbo, there you go. Players around the football. One being Ataro. And now Holder. Got a handball. Works it out to Simpson. And now beautiful job there from Robbo.
That's it. And he's been good today. I don't mind him. Go and get over next to Riley Holder if you can. He's right here in front of you. That's it. Get on the negative side of him. He's done everything correctly there. Standing and watching. Got body on body. Guess who gets it out? Holder does. Well, you couldn't do more than that. Gee, crashing in Jeff Groom. So you can either call for Evo to come off, and this is Zachary Thomas chafing at the bit to get on the ground. One the two on the boundary. So here they go. There he is, Robbo, you superstar. Gets in, gets after that ball. Holder just on the outside of this one. So a little bit going on here with the young boys, Ryder Evans and Zephyr Lawson. Down it comes to the ground, right on the boundary. Boot the ball there, Braden Hartwig. and a grab taken. And once again,
It's Morton.
Jaden Morton. Gee, I tell you what, he's been on the boundary here for a while, Thomas. Now he gets his opportunity. Fresh legs coming off Ryder Evans as Morton just takes that one step across.
Look good so far. Looks very good.
So wanders in. The left footer is on the exact right side for him. I'll tell you what, it's just off line. And it's been a while since they've kicked one. 5-2 now for the quarter. And I'll tell you what, they're going to bring it in quickly here, Connor Locke.
9 goals, 8 plays, 2-2, about 62-14 now. Morphet Vale can take it out through Connor Locke. Had a lot of ball in the defensive half. Been pretty well with his kick, used it nicely. Earlham, one of their better players there, couldn't quite get hold of the football. Now they can burst forward, look at that. Pierce, inside 50, kick all the way at the back, could it roll through? Yes, it has. Goal's been kicked, not sure what the number was, but they are pumped about that, the Cobras.
I can, you watch the footy, I reckon that's,
Give us your tip.
I can see him. No, he's just run through with the blue boots on there. Just watching. He'll turn around for us in a minute. Commentator's curse. Every player on the ground just about's turned their back to us except for him.
We should talk about...
There's our cameraman. He's got him number 8. That was Noah Clem's Carlaw. Tell you what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players now have kicked goals for Cove. So a good spread. Free kick now. Daniel Bode. Is he going to handball to a glide by? No. They're still moving. They're still running out of the back line here, Morphet Vale. I like to see that.
Yep.
Still up and about. But he's just calling, get the ball forward. Gliding by was Price. Puts it high in the air. Gee, that's anyone's ball. Up, down, out they go. Good clearance. One bounce. Does he go again? Quick handball on the left. Well done. Riddle on the right boot. Puts it high. Holder at the back. Look at the body. Bang. Thank you very much. Is he going to stroll in? No, he's not. Is he going to handball it? No, he's not.
You can see it coming from a million miles away, Holder.
He goes around the corner. Righty Holder with his second one. Robertson, just, it's hard. You're playing front and it goes over the back like that and you're just out-bodied there. So, unfortunate there. And I'll tell you what, that's 6 goals for the quarter to Cove.
Should mention that Robertson is one of the many players to have left Old Noarlunga this season. First year with the Emus. I think they picked up a pretty good player, but it's a tough ask against Holder.
7 actually for the quarter now.
Second for Riley Holder.
He's 16 and a half minutes in. Once again, as I said, Morphet Vale, Daniel Bode just doing a mighty job in ruck, and he's been there most of the day, but they just need to get it into a pair of hands. He can tap it, but they just need to be smart as to whose hands that falls into. Look at him go up there. Anyone's ball now. Free kick again. He's, I would suggest, probably their best player. Him and Price at times. So that's a nice kick out. Is this our man, Benjamin Jones? No, it's not.
It's Toby Earlham.
Toby Earlham.
Featured in the best players 2 weeks ago for Toby Earlham. Kicked a goal against Ranella too. Looking into the sun. Now to half forward. How's the kick? Strong hands there. Hartwig. And they get over too. Look at him. They want to move quickly, the Emus. In the end, the kick is cut off. So that's Christopher Bursch in defence. And, very, very shaky. Here's an option. How's the shot at goal, Tony? They love it.
Get around him. Have a look at him, the young fella. Well done, John Wanapa-Kamanga. And they've had a bit of that happen to them today, Morphet Vale. And, well, they've got one back on Cove there. And, well done to that young man. He's played under 17s today and he's now playing senior football and he's kicked the goal. And I tell you what, I don't know whether that's his first ever or just they're happy, but that was a mighty effort. He had players charging at him. And I can tell you what, the courage to do what he's just done there was sensational. They've got a player of the future in that young man. And well done to John Wanapa-Kamanga on a mighty effort.
He's one of many under-17s players to get their opportunity in the A grade. It's good to see people coming through, old and new. Players in the middle of the ground, one being Holder and Bode. Hallett Cove come away with the football, and look at that. The instant reply, potentially, with Morton.
It was that inside-out kick, wasn't it? So quick out of the middle. And we see a lot of that now. They talk about that kicking with the outside of the boot, and it just so happened Morton was in that position. You couldn't plan for that. And have a look at Cove now. They've all pushed up the ground. They talked about having the big press, and that's discipline.
Morton with the shot, 40 metres out. Looks pretty good, looks very good. Morton celebrates, it's his second goal.
So he's starting to get involved with it. You said he's a known goal kicker, but just happened to be in that right spot right there and then. He couldn't do much about that. Coming on is Thomas Simpson. It's his first game back. He's a state under-16 player and a South under-18 player. He'd had a broken leg in previous seasons, and they're ecstatic to get young Thomas Simpson back.
Played well too.
Yeah, and he's out there, number 14, straight into the middle, as is Tyson Shortridge. And also Kyle Stolt doing the roving. There's the tap that I talk about. If they can get hold of that ball, Morphet Vale, they can't. It's Cove who come forward.
Big sweet there, was real big with the leap. Couldn't quite hold it. Oliver Price, we've liked his game so far. Out towards the wing. Earlham couldn't quite trap it. Does trap the tackle. Now he comes away with the football. In the end, the umpire says it is over the line.
Tell you what, that could be Oliver's twist as well. Yeah, he did work well. He got hold of the tackle, pulled him to the ground. The ball fell into his arms and he popped up with it, and he was almost out there, Ollie.
You know, I've never seen Oliver twist.
You don't need to, mate. Just trust me.
All right, I'll stay away from Oliver's twist, as that could be holding the ball. We had time. Umpire says yes, Holder with the football. Riley Holder's been huge again this afternoon. They surge forward, has the kick. In the end, a big fist came from the Emus. Got opportunities now, but snap right towards the teeth of goals. Knocked over line. Well done there by our number 18, who of course is the guy Leighton Connor Gilby, the big ruckman from the B grade.
Gee, ground bathed in sunshine. Have a look at this. Fantastic. If you're out there watching wherever you may be around Australia or around the world, enjoy our great game. And that is a precise kick again by Connor Locke. Been really impressive. Can they put 2 or 3 passages together? It's over.
Nice
well
work.
done by Bode. They're inside 50. Could this be a coast-to-coast by Morphet Vale? It's there, around, spinning. Oh, fakes the handball, goes inside out, almost Gaelic football style by Josh Morris. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. I'll tell you what, exciting times for Morphet Vale. That's a coast-to-coast, and they've made Cove get up on their toes and try and chase. They weren't up to it, and there's a shot on goal here. And this looks like it's Robert Schindler-Taylor. And I've been impressed with him today. He hasn't got a lot of the ball, but his work rate, he works up and down the ground from that half-forward line. And he's going to have a shot on goal on the back of a kick-in from Connor Locke, and great work rate from Morphet Vale.
Here he goes.
So, in he wanders. Schindler-Taylor. Likes it off the boot. The goal umpire comes forward, can't get the hands up quick enough, says I caught a fish that long last week. Robert Schindler-Taylor with his first, and Morphet Vale. And if that doesn't inspire you, nothing will, Ollie.
He kicked it higher than the goalpost there, and I should point out, Robert Schindler-Taylor, he is actually one of the biggest kicks, if not the biggest, of a Southern Football League. He's got a hammering ball, huge leg.
Well done, and they've got a score on the board. Air Diffusion Australia, one of our sponsors today. Thank you. They're the leading Australian supplier of quality air conditioning equipment and components, including patented designs, offering a complete range of products including air diffusers, flexible ducting, fittings, ductboards, sheet metal, zoning equipment, combustion, heating components, spare parts and units. We don't just talk performance, we live it.
Oh, you like that one. Holder there, got the free kick. We of course thank all our sponsors there. Couldn't do it without them. Here's Southern Football League, Dartfish, Filming Footy, round 7 action.
Ryder Evans just sneaking on into the half-forward line.
Holder, look at that. Takes him on, takes Hartwig on, does really well. Can go all the way home, minus score. Opportunities are plenty for Hallett Cove.
I tell you, 7-4 for the quarter, 11 scoring shots, and they had 9 in the first, so they're up around that 20. It's I'm a bit of a nutter with numbers, mate, and that's what we're looking at. So up it comes. Oh, there he is again, Holder. He's just reached up, and I reckon he's taken one thong with him there. He's got another one to get hold of yet, if he happens to be the best on ground. Just pops that in short, outside 50 still. Another short one. Is that the required distance? A lot of the Morphet Vale umpires out there. Oh, well done by Ryder Welsh coming in. He's an under-17 for Morphet Vale. just reading that bit of play, but not quite quick enough. And this is Thomas Simpson, the player we just mentioned.
He's actually been excellent coming back into the team. First game of the year for him. Really, really liked his game so far. And how many goal scorers do you think we've had this quarter?
A lot.
A lot? Is that your number?
10, because there's been 10 different goals.
Yeah, they could have kicked more than one, though. Can't trick me like that.
Is this Oliver's tryst? So, lining up. Just on the 50, got a little bit close to the man on the mark. And, well, they've just put a bit of a blemish on it late. They kicked the 3 or 4 straight and then a couple of points at 7-5 for the quarter so far to the Cove Football Club. Will we see another coast to coast? We'll talk about this first kick, Robertson with it, but they normally give you that first one, most teams.
9 individual goal scorers this quarter. Schindler Taylor had a big piece of it. In the end, the ball comes out. That's Serge. Now Stolt. Wiesel has the kick. One-on-one opportunity at the back was plenty. And he'll be lining up 25 out on a bit of an angle. But he's been really good today already. Yeah,
well, he's kicked his 4, hasn't he? He's going to kick his jumper number right now if he gets this one to left foot. It will be a little bit left to right here, so he needs to really penetrate that ball through. If he just pops it up in the air, it may drift a bit, but he's a known goal scorer, so let's have a look at what Plenty can do.
Known goal scorer indeed. Had lots of the football already. High impact player. Jack Plenty can wander in again, he's missed this time.
As I was saying, that breeze down that end, and he did penetrate that ball hard, but just that little zephyr up there can be enough.
4 goals, 2 for him.
Sun is over to our left. Young John Wanapi Kamanga just up here on the wing in front of us. He's ready for that. It's not so much the first play, it's the second play. Connor Gilby puts his hands up in front of us, and that's exactly where it's come, Connor Gilby. It's your turn to go. Gee, flying high, the 2 ruckman. He's hurt himself there as Bode. I hope he's all right. He's taken a long time to get back up. Got one hand to the ball there. And just a little bit ginger with that finger there.
Should thank our umpires, Jared Simister and Mitch Bindig, our field umpires for today.
There's what happens with the body on body. Bursch puts the body in over the line. So just have a look at what happens here with number 17, Daniel Bode, and 23, Bursch. Whether Bursch puts the body on, it takes away Bode's ability to jump. If Bode can stay off him, there's the body, so now it has to be a tap. Well, it is. That's a great tap. There's the pace. Wow, we really did well there. Couldn't quite get it done in the end. The one-on-one, and through the middle come Cove. Interesting.
Through the middle they do. Thomas slight fumble. Will push out further wide. How's the kick? Brilliant ball. This is Holder. Lincoln Holder, the captain of the side. Short kick's a good one. Now they're screaming for the other Holder. In the end, the ball goes in his direction. Mark's taken a nice teamwork there, right on the boundary line. And I called it. I said, where's Holder? And in the lap it went.
Interesting, Oliver, too, Cove. They went from this half-back flank diagonally across the ground and then down that way. So, if this is going to be part of their game plan, he's chopped that in short there.
He has. Mark's been taken to his brother.
They're waxing.
They're what's he?
Waxing. Means they're sharing the ball with each other.
They're waxing.
Don't worry, I'll explain it at half-time.
Wow. I'll be honest, I wasn't born in the 70s to use terms like maybe you did.
I'll give you the big tip, Ollie. I wasn't born in the 70s either. For John, sir.
You're probably my age back then. Lincoln Holder. It was Riley, now Lincoln, and the kick is pretty good. The umpire will be pleased with that one. So will Cove. It's another goal. It's a second for Lincoln Holder.
Yeah, nice finish, isn't it? Because they missed that last one, which was an easy shot on goal through Jack Plenty. But to finish with that one, well done.
Plenty of goal scorers already. That's the ninth still. 9 goal scorers this quarter, up to 12 goals, I think. Not 12 goals, sorry. About 10, sorry. 10 goals this quarter. It's been a huge second term after 5 goals in the first quarter for Halleck Cove. As our umpire, Mitch Bindig, straight back into the middle. Young kid doing a nice job. In fact, could be about 35 for all we know.
I was talking to him pre-game, by the way, and talking about the middle of the ground. No, he's a nice lad. Of course, Mitch Bingner and Jared Simister out there, and Mitch comes in now, throws it up, anyone's ball. Once again, another win to Daniel Bode in the ruck. The amount of taps that he has won, can they capitalise here? A little bit going on here with Orlando Brinsley and Ryder Evans. Ryder Evans is one of those players, he just likes to niggle his opponent. Or dropping the ball there was Jeff Groom. Like the rolling maul now, it's a little bit like rugby. You are watching Australian rules. Out it comes now, flicked around, over the top by Weisel. Now they come inside, player on his own, stood there for a while, did Stolt. He's been waiting, biding his time. He hasn't kicked the goal yet, so you may have another goal kicker yet, as coming off is big Connor Gilby, and coming on is Austin Tolosa. Out he goes, as Cove will come in through Kyle Stolt. Swings that ball around a fair bit, and in doing so, he puts it out to the right. Gee, he had a big wild swing of that ball. So it's 9-7. That's 16 scoring shots for the quarter to 3-1. But once again, they just need to tidy up those shots on goal when they're playing teams higher up the ladder.
Featured in the best players twice already this season, Kyle Stolt. Mark's been taken. This is Price. Played for Encounter Bay, but just couldn't quite nail an A-grade spot for them. Right in front of us here. Bo can't hold the mark. Holder did good. Stoltz in there as well. Same as Search. Ball's been pushed out wide. Holder, the Lincoln variety, moves it on to Simpson, and that kick is wayward. Out on the full.
Slams into the fence out there, which would not be good for that football at all. And this young man, Benjamin Jones, haven't caught a lot of him this quarter, but just watch this kicking style. He's a beautiful user of the football. Welcome to commentator. Probably give it back the opposition. Look at that kick. That's going to go right into that pack there, and it's a team advantage. That's what it's about. Daniel Bode now. Look at him streaming down the ground. Once again, the migrating wildebeest, because Cove, it's one thing to press up the ground, but you've got to be able to work back when the opposition have it. Gee, off one step and pops it up in the air, hoping for the high flyers. That's a sense of theatre out there, if you don't mind. Putting it up and taking the ball is Toby Earlham. Is he going to receive a free? No, it's going to be a ball in. A smile on his face or a beautiful white mouth guard, one of the two.
Ball's been thrown back up. Groom in there, had it, lost it. In the end, Pinozo does a shepherd, and we're going to be pushed out here. Hallett Cove free kick. Back towards the centre of the ground. Nice mark from Surge. Wants to move it on. Handball in front is Stolt. Stolt inside 50. At the back is Holder. Can he get there first? Boundary line might beat them all. And kept in. Nicely done. But maybe not quite. That was James Dunny, who was a late in last week. And will have the free kick right on Masarin in probably the most impossible angle. This is going to test him, Tony.
Can't run around either. So, no good looking around at your teammates, mate. You've got to kick it yourself. Plenty of advice coming, probably from Weisel there.
Second A-grade game for the year for James Dunny. Tough shot. Real tough. Kicked the goal last week, I believe, as well. So
straight off the set of... What's he doing there? Around the corner.
Oh, boy. And that was almost so bad we probably shouldn't have shown it.
No, that's all right. Look, he had a go at it. He's straight off the set of Peaky Blinders by the looks of him. He's a ripping young man. That's a ripping mo he's got. And don't worry, how often would you practice that at training and in games anyway? So don't worry, we've all been in that spot. Gee, interesting quarter though. 9 goals, 7 for the quarter from Cove. 3 goals, 1 to Morphet Vale, so a little bit of pushback.
Bit of pushback as well. I don't mind Morphet Vale's game. Morris has been good. He's kicked 2 goals himself. We're a big fan of Benjamin James, Schneidler Taylor as well. But I tell you what, Max Sweet, he's done well so far. Had a lot of balls back into the team. Dylan Search likewise, and Plenty and Holder. 2 of the big ones, as well as the other Holder, Lincoln. Both of them have been really nice so far. And we might as well go to our halftime break, Tony. A final sentence for us?
Oh, stay tuned, because what an exciting second half it'll be. The footy will give you this. We could see high marks. We could see another coast-to-coast from Morphet Vale. There are little highlights in there that are coming along very nicely from both teams. And for Cove, I think it's that front half movement and use of the ball has really held them in good stead.
13-13 plays 4 goals to. You're watching the Southern Football League. That's all thanks to Filming Footy. As it back out on the field here, as it's Morphet Vale who's come out quite early. Halleck Cove, they're just walking out as we speak. You're watching Southern Football League action here from Copper Park. It's Halleck Cove taking on Morphet Vale, all thanks to Dartfish and Filming Footy. Do you want to go through some of our sponsors, Tony?
Yeah, certainly. We've got ProBuild Australia. Thank you so much to ProBuild, Air Diffusion, Aussie Inn, Doman & Co, Dartfish, that's Doman & Co Real Estate, Dartfish Archies, Filming Footy, and the Sportal Scoreboard. Remember Dartfish Video Analysis, the analytical platform, the premium choice for local level country and metropolitan clubs. We've got over 700 coaches nationally using the Dartfish Analytics to improve their coaching, provide feedback and analyse themselves and opposition. And of course, Filming Footy, which you're watching today. Once again, premium choice platform for local country and metropolitan clubs, filming and streaming across Australia. With Filming Footy Stats powered by Dartfish, you can watch your highlights and analyse your opponents. All of your statistics are complemented by a complete playlist package with Vision to Match.
Got some scores around the ground. It's half-time in Happy Valley. The Vikings are leading Christie's Beach 3-7 to 2-4. Also, in Flagstaff-Ville, they're taking on the Premiers in Port Noarlunga, and they're actually in front the Cockle Divers, who, I'll be honest, I thought the Falcons may have been winning this game. Still close, 4-point margin there. And a half-time at Ironbank, they're taking on the Aldinga Sharks. They lead 5-11 to 5-8. 3-point margin for Ironbank at Cherry Gardens.
So just a bit of a wrap on this game. The first quarter, Cove, they were quick in the front half in that first player down out there. What's the...
Do it.
I know it's a young
little
lad.
Kid. Oh.
Well, it's still a player, but just helping him to his feet in a bit of kick-to-kick with his mates. I hope he's all right. Sore ankle. But quick in the front half for Cove and good skills at times by Morphet Vale. But in that second quarter, Cove, Ollie, they had a lot of shots, but they were inaccurate in the end. 9 goals, 8. They started out okay, but 9-8. Their inside 50s, I put down there, good use of the footy. But around the ground, pretty much Morphet Vale at times are keeping up. They're in patches, and then at other times, Cove are able to move the ball. But on the other side of the equation, Morphet Vale, they did do that one quick patch end-to-end, which was fantastic, coast to coast. Speaking with their coach, Wade Foggo, as he walked past, and he said there's just some moments out there that they've got to keep improving on and getting right, and hoping for improvement in this second half, because they have got the players. Young John Wanapa-Kamanga from the under-17s, Benjamin James, a beautiful user of the football. You got Price in there doing some good work, Josh Morris with 2, not quite 3, but going well, and Daniel Bode as well, having a great game.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. We've liked Daniel Bode, maybe the best player so far, along with James from Morphet Vale. Second half action, it's underway. The Premiership quarter, they call it. Umpire throws it up, players underneath the football. Bode goes at it, gets it up, brings it back. Schindler Taylor now. Kick smothered, play will go on. Sort of ducked, and twice sweet. This time the umpire says higher. First one ducked, second one I think was probably a fair free kick. This is Max Sweet back into the team today, one of 3 changes for the Cobras.
It's that front-on tackle that got him, I think.
Kick, mark, nicely done. Thought it may not make the distance. Has to Pierce. In and out of a team. Start of a year wearing number 6, then went to 8, now 11. Making it difficult for us as Holder crushes the pack. Groom's going to chase it. Evans first with the football. Wiesel wrapped up. Robertson's got him. And holding the ball.
Good pressure.
Good pressure, says the man who's got a face full of banana bread.
Oh, yeah.
He loves his banana bread, so I've been told. Groom, kick out along the outer wing. Some say it's the only reason he comes to the football, an excuse to eat the banana bread. He did love a sausage too as well. You're all about the food. I don't blame you. That's what community football is about. It's about the footy. It's about the community, being with family, friends, making mates, and eating a lot of nice lollies, nice chocolate, or banana bread in your case.
And our umpires doing a great job today. We will always be positive about the umpires, but if you can watch a game of footy and probably not mention them that often.
That's a good
They are
thing.
doing a good job. And this young man, fantastic. Mitch Bindig and Jared Simister out there. Let's not put the moz on them. Great job. Another ball up. We've seen this a few times. Congestion in close. Trying to apply the tackle was Bode, but they're out now through Simpson Cove. Down the wing. Bounces in front. Up, down. Robertson couldn't get there. Soccer off the ground. Races on now. Off to the races. And Noah Gaskin just beats him out. So the kick will come back from Atiro. We haven't called young Angelo much today.
Angelo.
Oh, he plays on too.
Like that.
That's
Pushed
it.
out towards the outer wing. Plays around her. In the end, over the line. That came from Ty Bastian, who played in the reserve last week. Kicked 2 goals against Aldinga too. Found his spot into the team.
Yeah, he wouldn't like to be standing in front of him as he crashes across the boundary. Bathed in sunshine out there. Look at that gentleman. He's in the shorts. They're all enjoying it out there. Bring your own seats and enjoy community football. Up, down. Morphet Vale flick it out over the top. Races on again. Player goes to ground. Does he drag that in under his legs there? Umpire says no. I will ball it up because we're watching this on filming footy and I'll get to see how good I throw this up. And he doesn't do the half moon. He just throws it straight up and down. That's good work there. And that is Christopher Bursch getting that ball out. Once again, Thomas Simpson starting to get a bit of it. Gee, that's courage underneath. Braden Hartwig. Courage under pressure.
He used the ball well so far, Hartwig. I've liked his game, along with James, as we mentioned. There's a few of them. Toulouse is a good forward target. In the end, doesn't go that direction. Is Toby Earlham, who featured in the best plays in the last 2 weeks. Probably hadn't seen a lot of him, but still got a half of a game to go. Boundary throw in here. 91 plays 26.
Couple of minutes in, neither team scored so far.
So throwing. No ruckman got towards it. Ball bouncing around volleyball style. And now it comes out. Little less. He just keep on running, Brodie Pearce.
Oh.
Take another bounce. Run his 15, took a bounce, did it again, sweet again. And the kick, just not quite. Found a Morphet Vale player. Couldn't hold the mark though. Sweeps back in again. Crunching tackle. Holding the ball. That's a quick call too.
And that last handball came to a player standing still by Cove. So they need to extract a bit here if they want to run out a game and win convincingly. But I'll tell you what, Morphet Vale pushing back Bode. Oh, he's put that high. Made it hard for the teammate. Crashed to ground. He's back up. Cove are going to turn this around. It's a little bit of between the 50s at the moment, Ollie. And up they go. Oh, Holder, Robertson, Holder. And Holder has taken that grab. You get it inside 50, you want it to come back out again. And Morphet Vale were able to quell that for a little while there, but this time Holder pops up. He was down back in the first quarter when they were kicking this way. Now he's up forward again.
He's changed sides of the oval.
Yeah, they use, well, it's closer to the change rooms, I guess, for the end of the game. So it'd be interesting to see in the last quarter whether he's down to the left side. But
he may have to come all the way towards us to receive a special gift.
Well, he's got one thong so far. I don't know whether he's got the second one. We'll just see how it pans out. Gets underneath it a little bit. Umpire straight over the top. Says, I caught a fish last week. It was this long. Holder, he's got his third. So that's interesting by Holder. He's now got his third. Jack Plenty's got fourth. So I guess the game within a game is, can Holder catch up to Jack Plenty? Will Jack Plenty get away with him? Lincoln Holder has 2. So the Holders combined have 5. Stay with me on this one. But Riley has 3. Lincoln, the captain, with 2. Ball in the middle. Bursch lining up for Cove. Gee whiz. Daniel Bode has rucked for the whole game.
He has.
For Morphet Vale. I thought Connor Gilby might be the spare. And look at that. Up over the top again. First to the ball. Bang. Is that Oliver Price under that ball? I believe it is. Built for it. In and under. This time when the body comes, he just doesn't get that leap, Bode. And there's what can happen. Becomes a 50-50. Oh, gee. Well scooped up like a vacuum cleaner out. Not a good handball, though. Coombs, yeah, put him under pressure there. Clems Carlo. We talk about the 1%ers here for Morphet Vale. This is what they can do. They can hold this game up a little bit. Can they get a clearance from here?
We'll certainly find out right now. Bode taps it down, been sensational in ruck. Wazell falls over.
There you go.
And now they'll get the moment. This is the opportunity. It's with Josh Morris, wearing number 13 today for the Emus.
Plenty of run. Look at all the run that's going on.
Yeah.
Came from behind and around him. They come out this side.
Options are plenty. Tried to stick it down someone's throat. Couldn't quite hold the mark. And the kick, beautiful. Schindler Taylor, potentially within range as well.
Well done by young Tyner Manuel Keating-Smith.
They're yelling, have a shot. He may just do that.
Tell you
Big
what.
booming ball. What did I tell ya?
Celebrate it big too. Well done, young man. Schindler Taylor, fantastic work there. Kicks the goal. He is one of the many captains out there. And if that doesn't lift you, nothing will. So well done by Morphet Vale. They are pushing back against Cove in this quarter. They're compressing when the ball's in the hand of the Cove players, putting them under pressure, getting a few free kicks as well. And a lot of that work, Oliver Price in there, and Robert Schindler Taylor, who's on the ball there, finishing. That's got to be close to goal of the day.
Second goal for him, fifth for Morphet Vale. It's 97 plays 32, 7.5 minutes into this third premiership quarter, as they call it.
So Morris with 2, Schindler Taylor 2, and Wanapa Kamanga 1. Will someone with just one name please kick a goal?
There's certainly a lot of names.
They're doing a great job.
We also spoke about Manuel Keating-Smith. That's not his full name, that's just his surname.
MKS.
MKS. There's a marks taken here from Holder. But he's got middle names as well. That name is huge. Might as well just pick them all. His parents said, you know what, I don't know what name to pick. Let's just pick them all. Holder's taken the mark, 45 out on the far side of the ground, going for his fourth goal to equal Jack Plenty. The little waddle in for Holder, stretches the legs, has the boot. Reliable kick, but he's just hit the shallow side, minor score.
Tell you what else was happening. Our great filmer doing a fantastic job. Just as Ryler came in, I believe there's another facility out the back, and there may be, Ollie, there may be a canteen in that facility just as he was wandering in for that kick. Let's have a look now at Robertson.
Let's have a look at the canteen.
So Robertson, sense of theatre here, pops it up high. Why wouldn't you? Because holding on there, free kick. They play on quickly. They're out here, McLaren Vale. Ball's going to go to grass. Working hard there was Jai Robinson. In, around the corner. There's another coast to coast. And John Wanapa Kamanga, that was that quick release. It came off the hands. The free kick came the way of Bode. Playing a great game for Morphet Vale. They get it down quickly. And look at the smile on his face. That is sensational. Young John Wanapa Kamanga has his second. And Morphet Vale are leading the quarter. And that is Champagne football at its best.
First A-grade game today. Spent some time in the reserves and in the under-17s. And he hasn't looked apart. He's looked dead set, one of the A-grade standard players.
Well, he's got pace, he's got speed, and he's got beautiful skill to kick that ball on the outside of the boot again. And they're up and about. Have a look at Daniel Bode. He's leading by example in there. He's having a chat to Jeff Groom. Just watch out for Groom here if he can get it. So he's facing away from Groom. Groom's on this side of the ball. He's looking now. Up it goes. Goes to tap backwards. It goes 50-50. Cove now. They shoot forward out of the middle. That's a long, long kick.
Whoa.
And I'll tell you what, that is a quick answer. Is that Simpson maybe? Let's just have a look at who that was. He's going to trot off here, this player with the knee bandage on. Kick the goal. That was quick football. May have been Pearce. We'll just have a look here as he's wandering off right in front of us.
It was at Pearce. 11 for Brodie Pearce, I believe. He's been in and out of the team so far.
Thomas Simpson it was.
Thomas Simpson, you reckon? I don't know where you're looking. From our angle, they all look the same.
The knee angle. Lucas Sutton, he's got a lot of work to do to get back into the middle. Very quickly, our sponsors, Doman & Co Real Estate. Their principal auctioneer is Sam Doman. Approach to real estate is honest, genuine, deeply people-focused, as it should be. Recognising that buying or selling a home can be one of life's biggest decisions, Sam's goal is to make every step as seamless and stress-free as possible.
We thank him for that. Bo taps it down. Quick clearance for the Emus. Couldn't quite mark it because Sando now plays around the football. One of them is 26. That's our new man coming, Leffer Lawson, who is late in today. Shortridge, under the pack, did really well. Bull's kept in. He's gone at it hard again. Umpire says he higher. So he gets a free kick for his effort, Shortridge.
So I tell you what, that was smart off the pack by Josh Morris earlier. The ball's on the ground. They're going to have to be a rush kick here by Weisel. Out it comes. Anyone's ball at half back line. It's Braden Hartwig now, as you said, using the ball well. Gee, standing still was Daniel Bode, giving the handball out to his teammate. They're out again here. Hartwig it is. On that left. Goes in. Anyone's ball. Oh, gee, there's a big bloke there to try and bring down. And umpire just says, let's have a ball up in that forward line. Just watch out to see where they bring Riley Holder down if they get in a bit of trouble, Cove, down into the back line. Body on body again. They win it here, Morphet Vale. Anyone's ball, or ducking under, Lucas Sutton. Well done. Oh, is that too high? Trying to get it out. Can't do so. Umpire Bindig. And we have a game on, if we just isolate this quarter, we have a game on our hands here. Ollie?
I think you're certainly right. Morphet Vale's opportunity. Inside 50, in front of a cricket nets. Cove, second time smothered. Goes in there. Did he drag it in? What's the umpire's call? And that is give it to me.
So I'm looking at the pressure of Morphet Vale, and it's certainly lifted this quarter. They're putting the pressure on, and they're winning certain balls because of that. They're putting in a huge effort here. Out it comes again.
So now Stolt wrapped up. That was nice. Shinda Taylor laid the tackle, pushed out further inside mid. Away they go. Tackle. Was it holding the ball? Umpire pays it. Crowd screams it.
Yeah, well done, John Winnipeg Kamanga. He just waited for his turn. He says, come to me, I'll kick the ball down there.
And they came to him all right. Leading mark, no one can quite hold it. Coppers have got their opportunity, can burst out. Look at that. Very nicely done from Search. Netball whistle blows, confuses me. Play goes on, good tackle. Very good tackle on the outer side there.
Might get a shot of that Cantini if we go a bit wider as well. I'll be able to see what they're serving. There they are, snakes, chocolates, lollies, frogs. Don't worry about that, folks. Game on here because around the corner come the Cobras. Cleems Carlaw, another hyphenated name, if you don't mind. Anyone's ball right in that pocket. It was a bit of a slow little track there. One on one. Now it's 2 on 1. Riley Holder attracts a crowd. Have a look at the red jumpers there, red and black compared to the blue. Now a support comes in. Holder doing it all on his own. Taps it forward. He'll probably rove his own ruck tap here. Will take the ground. Dungy brings number 21 in Austin Tolosa to ground.
Yes.
Now competing. Holder is holding. They wrap arms and it'll be a free kick. Hasn't he covered some ground, Bode? Boy, oh boy.
Well, it's been sensational.
Massive effort. Massive effort.
Huge effort indeed for Daniel Bode there. Game 299 for his career. So next week, the big 300 for him. Marks taken. Toby Earlham. They scream out his name. They try and find an option. In the end, overcooked the kick slightly.
I haven't minded Morphet at times. They've been able to use that ball. They play a little bit of keepings off Cove. Just that one there, that touch high, one-handed up, and down it came. So weren't able to get away with it. If they can get a clearance here, they move it quickly. When they do get it going, gee, they can move quickly. Here it is, squirts out. Once again, punch forward. Where are the runners? 1, 2, here it is. Go, they say. And go he does. Little dribbling kick. Player leads out. Just clean bowled there. Last line of defence for Cove, and that was well done by Chris Sando as well. Guess what? He's turned it straight back over. Dangerous hands. And a nice kick in. Forward they come again. Long kick.
Very long kick indeed. Right at the back. Couldn't quite hold the mark was James. Your man, James. Kick again, Morris.
He's done it again.
It's his third goal, all in similar fashion. Josh Morris.
I think you're right. He's certainly kicked 2 like that where he's just turned and banged around the corner, and that's a goal, and they're winning this quarter. 2 goals, 1 to 3 goals straight, and take my hat off to Morphet Vale. Young John Winnipeg Kamanga's come into the game here. Benjamin James, you don't have to mark the ball, just put an effort in. They get it to ground, and why not with a player like Josh Morris down there. Hartwig's come into the game this quarter, been really impressive as well. Daniel Bode playing a mighty game. As I've said, he's been in the ruck the whole day, but he's just tireless. He's a fitness freak.
16 minutes gone now. Jared Simister in the middle with the ball.
A lot of space just behind the umpire here. Have a look behind the umpire
you're right.
there.
Plenty of opportunity to run and carry in the centre of the ground. Ball's back thrown in. Shin the Taylor's underneath it. Umpire says no, a little too high. So gets a free kick for his efforts.
Sore there, I think.
Bursch isn't too pleased about that. We're going to wait.
Yep.
So opportunity to flood forward here, Tony.
Correct. The leads come too. They're up and about, Morphet Vale. Look at them. 2 players come. Now the next wave comes. He's got options. Going to come out towards this flank. High kick.
High kick indeed. Inside 50. Couldn't quite hold the mark. Was the running man. Morris, his higher confidence. Hadn't said Wilcox's name yet. Pushed out wide. Climbs Carlaw. Leaves it. And look at this. Powerful move from the Cobras. Pushed out to the side. 2-on-1. Good juggling mark there. That was Noah Gaskin. They say stay skinny. Tries to keep it in this near side. In the end, Chris Sandow has taken the mark. He's also grown up for the Cobras. Chris Sandow also played with Pembroke as well. This is Kyle Stolt. Only ball player out there today after Damien Roach isn't playing. Well, I say that, and there's another ball man, only man for Cobras.
Mr. Robertson might be having a chat with you as well, but...
I think Robbo would rather have some hair.
Anyway, we're not here to worry about that. I'm jealous of that man with the headband on. Look at that.
Awesome.
Beautiful flowing locks on Morton. So we've got a bit of both as that ball just goes out of bounds in front of Thomas Simpson, having a good game. So, boundary umpire lines it up. Nice green boots as well, all matching.
Very nice, yeah.
And the central umpire's got them as well. They shop at the same shop. One's Nike, one's Tiger. Thanks for the sponsorship. Up and down it goes. Again, Morphet Vale, another clearance. Leading to the ball. That's courageous work by Oliver Price. Anyone's ball now, bobbling around on this wing. A soccer forward, and that's Hartwig again. Fantastic effort. Cove, 1-2. He beats them all and drops it. Quick handball up. Little bit of pressure here. This way, that way. They have to go across the ground. Scott Abbott, that was. They release through Sando now. They're out on the far wing, Cove. They take a breath. They come back inside. Nice kick. Holder. He's too far out to have a shot, so he wheels around on that right boot and precision from Mr. Holder as he hits up. Is it Ethan Wilcox?
No,
or is that Jack Plenty?
It's Plenty. It's got to be Plenty.
Oh.
You can't go down forward and think you're not going to hit Plenty.
Well, he's kicked 4, all in the first half, and it's taken him to 19-minute mark of the third quarter to get another shot on goal. Quick interchange here. Otero on and Zephyr Lawson off.
So in comes Jack Plenty. There's the 50-metre arc, just inside, 40 out. Kick isn't too bad at all. And they celebrate the Cobras. Plenty's got goal number 5 for him, equals his number. Hallett Cove up and away with their 16th of the match. Lost the words, Tony?
No, just looking 3 goals, 1 for the quarter to 3 goals straight. And as you said, they're 16th for the game, but it's taken them 19 minutes of this quarter. They scored 9 goals, 8 in the second quarter, 4 goals, 5 in the first. It's taken them almost 20 minutes to score 3 goals, 1. So hats off really to Morphet Vale. I reckon they've been on top this quarter, if not equal. And I'll tell you what, the ruckman here for Christopher Bursch for Cove got his work cut out. And just looking where Daniel Bode's standing, you can see it there, just on the edge of the circle. He's inside, but he's only going to be 2 or 3 steps. He's almost side on. The camera angle here doesn't really show it because we're not in the middle, but I can tell you he's almost side on. Up he comes, 0-all. Second tap, that's a kick, but it goes the wrong way. Slammed forward by Cove. Almost an inside 50 off a punch. Player pushed forward there, Dugney. They're out now through. Robbo comes the call. Now the kick along the wing, up, down, and a good grab by Ty Bastian. Courageous there. Has a look. He's got a short. He's looked 3 times at the short. Gee, indecision. Talk about indecision. In the end, he just goes long down the line. And Robertson straight through. Play on is the call. They all just stop there. So Robertson goes back. That's just in. 1-2. Missing the handball there. Bodies come in. Bang. Cove taking the ground. Another one. There's the pressure again. A lot of pressure. Now it comes out. Holder, what's he going to do? Just drive it in short.
Good
ground
kick.
ball. Not quite. 21 here is Austin Tolosa. Gee, players going down. Comedy of errors. Now we need a mark. Thomas Simpson. Boy, oh boy, there's a lot of messing around. And I spoke about Cove's inside 50s in that second quarter, how good they'd been. But, gee, it's just dropped away a little bit this quarter. This time it comes in. That's a strong grab.
Very strong grab. Who was it?
Is it
Morton?
Thomas maybe
No.
or Morton?
Could be Simpson.
10 or a 13.
Why don't we just say them all? We'll eventually be right.
It's a Cove player. Mitch
It's
Riddle.
Riddle.
Well, that was the riddle, you see.
The riddle was, we
Three
didn't
or
know who
four
it
names.
was.
It was a good grab too. Wasn't that strong in front of goals? Amazing what you do when those two big sticks come up.
Hasn't played an A-grade game since 2024 until last week. Second of the season for Mitch Riddle. Can roll in straight in front of goal. And the kick is pretty good. His celebration doesn't quite match it. The crowd is silent here. It's goal number 17 for Hallett Cove.
Well, it's taken a fair patch of the second half of this quarter to double their score, Cove. And that's only still 4 for the quarter. 4-1, plays 3, so 5 scoring shots to 3. Morphet Vale, I think the challenge now is can they answer when Cove kick a goal, because they've been up to it this quarter. Let's see what happens now with Daniel Bode. Can they get that clearance in the middle? How far? We're 23 minutes in, so there's still time. And I'm just looking at the matchups in the middle. You got Sutton on Brodie Pearce here. You got the big ruckman next to them in Bursch. So is it man on man? Can they win it from here? Or will it be a long tap out? They go up, little tap down, the player came to the ground, they went out the back, and that's the man you want, Oliver Price, getting that ball out. That'll do, it's going to bounce. Watch this bloke go, little Johnny, if he can get it. He can't. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's back on it here. 1, 2, 3, taking the ground. Now it pops out. Here he is, the young man. He read it well, just couldn't quite get that one off the boot. Gee, chasing it there, Benjamin James. He took that mark on the bark there.
He did, right next to the bush. Would have been a nice, safe landing platform too.
We could have taken the boots off, put the Archie's thongs on if he's going to go up there.
So out come Hallett Cove, off the half-back. Morphet Vale chase it. Nice intercept there. That was Earlham. Kick back. Good, strong hands from Abbott.
Yeah, good set of jukes, wasn't it? Well done by Scott Abbott. They spread, but they're not running as hard now. There's a player free in front of him, but that's the most dangerous kick in football. He elects just to come to the wing to a 50-50. So Cove just slowing up a little bit with their ball use here. 50-50. Hartwig again. What a tremendous quarter that man's had. Puts the left boot in. Under it. Couldn't quite get it done, Morphet Vale. So they clear again here. Once again, though, Cove, it's that long high kick to Holder.
Sando to Holder. Holder's been sensational. Puts it back. Climbs Carlisle. Kick, quite can't hold it. Going forward, tackle laid from Plenty. And we'll have a ball up about 35 out from Hallett Cove's goals there. As the handkerchief comes out, Tony.
Well, as you do, the sun's just the shadows are getting longer, but Wade Foggo just calling out, instructing the young players about their roles and so on, which is really good coaching from the sideline, because they've been on top this quarter, Morphet Vale, at times. And if every player believes in the system and plays to the structure, this is what can happen. Yet another clearance.
Here's an opportunity.
1, 2. Gee, bursts off 1, bursts off 2, pushes away, if you don't mind, and pushes that ball forward. That is good play by Morphet Vale. It's a good one-on-one battle out here. 2-on-1 now. So that was interesting by Benjamin James. He left his own opponent to come in and help and apply the tackle there to Ethan Wilcox. Cove now under a bit of pressure in the back half. Let's see what they do with this throw in, or will Morphet Vale surge forward again?
25:31 on the clock. Siren intimate is the word.
Imminent.
Maybe I shouldn't use words I can't quite pronounce, Tony. Claims Carlo. That was Simpson.
Burst just a bit of cramp in there in the background for Cove, and Centre Theatre, it comes his way. He can't run, Burst. He's out on his feet here. He's got a touch of cramp, and I'll tell you what, that goes to show you how fit Daniel Bode is, running him around. And here he is, Bode. He's going to come in on Bursch here. So this is interesting. They're off each other here. Now they come in, body on body, front position, wins yet another tap, down the ground very quickly. Looks like Price again. As I said, he's built for this in and under type play. Very well done. Two ruckmen will be body on body again. Bursch is a little bit fatigued here. Took someone to come off the bench. That was Stolt. Gets that clearance out. Very well done by Cove there. Nice work through Brodie Pearce. Out the other side. But I'll tell you what, turned over. Forging in, but just pops it so high. But it's a mark in the forward line. And this is the man you wanted in the hands of Benjamin James. Have a look, Mr. Casual, if you don't mind. Turn around, Benjamin, and please look at the goals. That's it. Thank you. Because that's where you're going to be shooting for. But well done. Robertson coming off, having a bit of a rest. Well done, Nicholas Robertson. You've played a very good game. Just testing the groin there, so I hope he's not injured. As that shot on goal, and it's a sausage roll. Well done to Benjamin James. Get around him. He's pretty happy. He's talking to the runner, and the runner's saying, go down into the middle there. So well done. 4-goal-1 to 4-goal for the quarter. So they're 1 point down on this quarter, Morphet Vale, and that turnover on that far side. Cove surged away. Stolt got the ball out of the pack right here in front of us. They went across the other side, couldn't hit a target, and that's what can happen in football, Ollie. If you don't hit a target, the turnover can be crucial.
Crucial, you say. 8th goal for the quarter, the premiership quarter. And Cove are really looking good, but Morphet Vale have had a lot of it. Wiesel, 60 out, goes long and strong. Just a minor score, though.
One of the best points ever scored on the Cove Oval, that one, mate, by the way you've called it. That was fantastic. They've got a couple of goals like that today where they've just streamed out of the middle. They handball forward, and away they went. Morphy coming out now.
Inowin. Umpire blows his whistle. Free kick heading the way of Morphet Vale. It's Hartwig, who's played well today, Braden. Had some good moments. In fact, it was Daniel Bode, our ruckman there. Out towards the inner end. Schneider Taylor taken high. Umpire agrees. Correct decision. We're going to roll it back. Siren blows. He's a big kick, but he's not that big.
Go on, yes. Go on, have a shot.
Boo!
Sense of theatre.
We shouldn't boo players. It's 3/4 time here. Round 7 action at Cobra Park. Hallett Cove taking on Morphet Vale. 117 plays 50 here. And how'd you see that third quarter?
Well, very good by Morphet Vale. They pushed back. They weren't pushed around. They took the ball off Cove several times. Cove, when they go, they look good. They burst and they move quickly. And we saw that first goal out of the middle, and then that second effort just recently by Wiesel, which was just offline. But, they can be impressive at times, Cove. What I mentioned at the start of the day was, can they play a 4-quarter game and win 4 quarters? Well, they're doing that currently, but they've kicked 4-2 to 4 goals for that quarter. So only 2 points up, but can they finish with a 4-quarter win?
And of course, we've got to start thinking about our player of the match who wins the Archie's footwear and the iconic Dartfish Filming Footy beanie. Got some players in mind?
Plenty of players, but we won't let that go just yet.
Well, why don't we talk about it after the break? You're watching the Southern Football League. That's all thanks to Filming Footy. Some Football League action as you hear the roar from the Morphet Vale huddle. Both teams coming back onto the ground now. I'm joined, of course, by Tony Neal. Phil Herden, he'll be back next week for round 8 of the Southern Football League. Morphet Vale were a lot more competitive. In fact, how many goals did they kick in that third term?
4 goals straight.
4 goals straight. Really positive for that quarter. I've liked Schneider-Taylor's game as well. Haven't seen much of Zephyr Lawson, although we did get a couple of moments there in that third quarter. Lots to talk about, though, for Morphet Vale. Morris being really good, as well as James, your man.
Yeah, like James, like Braden Hartwig, that quarter. Daniel Bode has been fantastic. Schindler Taylor started to come into it. John Wanapa Kamanga at times also. Oliver Price. So they've really had a lift from some of the senior players, but also some of those younger players as well. And we go across the Cove as just getting ready for this ball up in the middle, Ollie.
Jaron Simister throws it up, our umpire. We're away and going. Groom with the first centre clearance. Morphet Vale fans like that. Mark can't quite be held. Plays around the football. One was Serge. Look at that. Instant moment. And who was it?
John Wanapa Kamanga with his third goal. He's shown us now he's two-sided. He's got a big future, this young lad. He can run around. He's fast. He's kicked right foot, left foot. And he just knows how to get to where the ball is. Look at him. He can't believe he's talking to the umpire. I'm not sure he's getting the 3 votes, but they're pretty happy about it. Well done. And that's twice. Morphet Vale now have kicked the first goal in both the third and fourth quarters. So well done to Morphet Vale. And, gee, that's heartening to see.
Immediate impact for him. And in round 1, taking on Ironbank Cherry Gardens, Morphet Vale kicked 10 goals 10. Currently 9 goals 2. I reckon they might get their highest score of the season so far. Good to see. So,
ball in the middle of the ground. Gee, that was quick movement. A lot of players behind this. Every player in the middle of the ground is to the right of this, all on ballers. The sun is in the eyes of Daniel Bode. And if he taps this forward as a right-hander would, it's just running the space. But where's it going to go? He tries to tap to there. It goes out to the right-hand side. Look at the pack form there. Bode down on his hands and knees. Out it comes through Price. Can they get another one? Cove now surge forward. Bang goes Weisel. Down into that 50. Up, down. Anyone's ball. Handball gets smothered. Can they get it out? They can, Morphet Vale. It's one kick out. Chasing it here. Zachary Thomas. Up, down. Look at a little bit of paddling. Anyone's ball. Gee, bobbling it around there was Tolosa. You two have got the hanky out. It's one of those kind of days, and I don't think that's a tear in the eye, Ollie, but it's great to see Morphet Vale putting up a good fight against Cove. Both coaches very animated at three-quarter time, and, yeah, lively, sprucing up the teams as you do. You want Cove, I guess, to finish well, and for Morphet Vale to keep competing, and who knows what could be ahead for them. As they come out again here, Connor Panozzo on the left boot. Anyone's ball. Gee, hunting it there. Couldn't quite Price, but gee, he's built for that low to the ground work and really looked good getting after that ball. Helping his teammates up. Their body language has been fantastic. In he comes again, Bode. Trouble there because he can't jump when he stands body on body with him. He's got to get back and jump. That'll give Morphet Vale first use of the ball. But Cove, once again, smart. He had a bit of cramp earlier in the day. Did... Is that Reach in there or maybe Bursch?
Bursch it was with cramp.
Yeah, so getting now a kick forward. High, it's an inside 50. Oh, out the back. That's a great grab. Sticky
real
fingers. Good. Is that Connor Locke? He's looked good down back. I've enjoyed watching his game today.
Locke's had a good game, especially first half. Reliable kick out of D50 towards the pack. Not sure about time. 1 on 3 for the Cobras. Go in their favour. Wiesel now out of win. Got some options. Centre. Shortridge. Takes the mark. Played 97 games across all grades for the Cobras. Tyson Shortridge. Surges the ball forward. And well done there. Came back was Bode. And we are liking him more and more every time he touches the football. Bode's going to take a few minutes. A few seconds, I should say, before he puts it out further wide. Mark's taken, Emus, right in front of the cricket pitch. Sun's in our eyes for Connor Locke.
Just going to say, we haven't called Riley Holder for probably the second half of that last quarter, and he's on the bench at the moment. He's standing up watching. maybe they're just resting him for future weeks, or
just popping your head in saying hello.
Well, I just had a quick look just to see, because we haven't called him. As I said, he's got one thong on the foot, but he'll need to get back on the ground and do something, because it could be open here. As Morphet Vale again come forward, playing in front. I'll tell you what, is that Ty Bastian? He's been good in this second half as well, standing like the Rock of Gibraltar back there. Cove now, eyes darting around. He's wanting to go somewhere. Stay with him is the call. You know what that does? That forces a 50-50 like this. So, well done. Oh, I'll tell you what, almost up, down. Is that a trip? It is. Good call. So, Austin Tolosa gets that because on the back of the coach, it just kicks it in. We've seen that a few times. Take your time, go back. I thought the coach was talking to me then. He said, what did I say? And I repeated what he said. A little bit of frustration come into it. Let it go. It's just going to... Just a push out by Tolosa. A little bit of frustration. First time we've seen that. Mitch Riddle kicks it into that pocket. No sunshine there. Oh, round the corner. Quick handball off. In they run. Plenty. It's come off a shin.
He's hit the post.
I don't know whether them, free kick though. No score at all.
Okay.
So it's Hartwig again. Let's see who flies here. Up they go. Gee, push out. Gee whiz. Free kick here. The umpire's pointed. Yeah. So that's Ryder Evans. But he's outside 50. We'll watch out for the glide by inside. He instead goes outside. Sun won't be an issue. Oh, it's an inside-out kick.
Nice one too.
Yeah, Lincoln Holder. Gee, he had to work hard for that Holder. He'd run to the right position, but the work that he had to do to get up and fly for that was an inside-out kick.
Inside-out kick, yeah. I agree. That was nice work there from Riddle.
So Cove now get the opportunity to push back. There's been a lot of work just down here in front of us, and couldn't quite get away with it, Morphet Vale, but Cove have done equally good work, and they get a shot on goal. Lincoln Holder. Kick 2. The captain. Wanders in the shadows. Goal umpire's got the eyes up. What's he done? Just offline. He's celebrated from here. Goal umpire had he's got the cap on and the hand, so he's got the extended shade, if you don't mind. And he says it's a point to Cove. That's their 16th point. Once again, the inaccuracy is a little bit off for them today. I'm just thinking they might need to score a bit better. But they have had, on the other side of it, 33 scoring shots. So again, Connor Locke brings it in.
He certainly does. Kick out wider, Orlando Brinsley. Haven't seen much of him. Still playing in the under-17s as well as A-grade, so he's certainly one of their many young stars coming through. Mark's taken here, right in front of the cricket nets. This is Jeff Groom.
It's a long kick.
It's a long kick. Out towards the outer side. Morris couldn't take it. He's brimming with confidence at the moment. Cobras move it forward again, and the man in the middle of the two. Piggy in the middle for Jaden Morton.
See Tyson Shortridge wandering along behind us. He seems to be walking all right. I hope he's okay. He might just be off to work, but I'm not sure. He's walking with a mate. But just for the people out there, Tyson's not playing for the rest of the game. So unless he's going around to be boundary umpire, I don't think that's the case. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Not our business. So what's happening here?
Morton's having a crack at goal. Not a bad effort. In fact, he stuck it through. Is that his third goal for Jaden Morton?
It is.
Certainly
one
is.
For the quarter. So this is about the time when Morphet Vale as well need to just push back and see if they can get another score on the board.
Heard you call them McLaren Vale as well. You love your Vales. Your Vales and your Vils, you're all for it.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Where are we? Cove.
Unfortunately, the canteen on the other side of the ground looks to be shut.
Oh, all right, I've got plenty of banana cake.
You love your banana cake.
Oh.
You're all set to go. What about the rest of us? Haven't offered any banana cake, by the way. Although I haven't offered any in my sausage.
BYO, mate.
BYO, oh, really? So Goon's been tackled in the middle by Wiesel. It looks like you have something to talk about here, pointing to the TV screen.
Just first to the ball again. Umpires have been really good at that today.
Wiesel with the free. Centre of the ground. says, come to me, and they do. Leaping at the football, in the end, nice body work. That was a good mark there.
I reckon that's Gaskin.
Haven't seen much of Gaskin so far. Noah Gaskin, who was dropped after round 2, but made his way back into the lineup since then.
Oh.
Huge fist.
Oh.
And look at this. He wants to hold the ball too. Big first touch from our man in the black jumper as well.
Oliver Price might have got the cork in the glute there. He's hopping on one leg. He's back now. Not 100% free, but not far off it. So good recovery. Goes to the back. Once again, that pressure. Gee, spins around as Jeff Groom. Throws him into the ground. Fantastic shot there by Josh, our cameraman. Great work today. It's been a pleasure to be coming down to Southern Footy League and seeing a good brand of football. Cove, this way, that way. Can he get it around the corner? Is there a target? No, there's not. Racing out there was Connor Panozzo. He's been all right down back in this last quarter. Puts it out in front. Oh, racing ball. Gee whiz. Up and down. Around and round now, Zachary Thomas.
Nice poise.
Penetrating kick, but oh, head first into that one. Looks like Benjamin James, maybe. Or is it Toby Earlham? Anyway, umpire says we'll throw it up. Look at that sunshine there. The landscapers have been busy down here. There's a beautiful setting down here. There's rocks, there's retaining walls, there's everything. But it goes this way, that way. Hartwig, he's had plenty of this ball in this second half. I'll tell you what, this player's been really good. Ty Bastian as well in the second half. Turned it around. Scott Abbott, ball in hand, gives it across. They're running well here, Cove. One bounce, two bounce. Oh, pops it up in the air, though. Gives the opportunity to Morphet Vale. And in doing so, we end up with a 50-50, which will be a ball up.
Ball up indeed, right in front of the coach's box here and the club rooms. Umpire's going to ball it up. Players underneath the football. Holder doing the ruck work. Boat again, who's been sensational. We keep mentioning. Wrapped up, no prior. Play's going to go on. Balls over the line. 18-16 points, 9-2. Some Football League action. That's 124-56. Boundary throwing. Back into play now. Knocked forward. Plays around the football is Stolt. In a win. Wants to caress it forward. Out towards space. A lot of players running. Nice job, Locke. Just kept the ball moving forward. Wiesel got some work to do. Gets the handball out. Picked up Toulousa. And he's wrapped up. And we'll have another stoppage in the centre of the ground, Tony.
Well, it'll be interesting with our BOG because Holder I haven't seen come back on the ground.
You're making the call today.
Yeah, the ruck has been good in Daniel Bode. Oh, chicken wing there, held by the one arm and taken the ground. This is Brodie Pearce. Talk about everyone playing a good game. Jack Plenty might be the other one. He's kicked the 5 goals. Oh, that ball comes in. Oh, up, down, trying to crumb there. Couldn't quite with the Cove players. So will they get it out here? Morphet Vale. It's up, it's down. Well done. Courage there by Ryder Evans, the man in the orange boots. Just elects to come short again. Playing on. Goals, they say. Goals he goes. It's not going to make the distance. Climbing, searching. 1 goal, 2 for the quarter. Morphet Vale release again. Connor Locke. Been really impressed with his kicking today. Have a look at that. Gets to the centre of the ground. It might be a turnover here, but it'll be 2 kicks back for Cove if they can get a target. They can.
It's Jaden Morton.
Morton again. Well, I'll tell you what, he's playing a good game as well. A couple of other contenders.
Kicked 3 goals against Christie's Beach. Kicked 2 against Ranella. And how many goals today? That's 3. Line up for goal number 4. Jaden Morton. He just knows where to find the football.
Correct, and he might be another contender as well. Morton comes in.
45 out, directly in front. Normally a pretty good kick. This time he's brushed it to the right.
1-3 for the quarter. So 18-18. That's 36 scoring shots. Gee, just in the pocket here, Benjamin James. I don't know that Locke will go to him because he's got this long kick. And it'll be 2 kicks back if he goes long enough. Oh, he's touched it on the ground like a wet weather day. So that's what I'm talking about. That'll be 2 kicks back if Cove get it. They do. They're going to try and hit a target here. There's 1 kick in. Gee, it's high. It's going to have to hang for a long time. Weisel there. Good courage. Now he too will get a shot on goal. You can see the sun just across, because of the shadow, it's across his right shoulder. Bathed in sunshine. He's got a lather up too, like far lap. Look at that. That's called work rate. The young man has been working well. Jake Weisel comes in from the 50, gets under it. Look at the goal umpire. Just leans back and says, have a look at that for a hyperextension. That is a sausage roll if ever I've seen it. Well done to Weisel there with his second and 2-3 plays 1 straight for the quarter. 14 minutes in. Thanks to Pro Build Australia, Air Diffusion, Aussie in, Doman & Co, Dartfish, Archie's, Filmy Footy and our Sportal Scoreboard. Thank you very much to all our sponsors today. So, shadows long down here at Cove Park, if that's what we can call it. But magnificent to be playing football this time of the year in dry weather.
Magnificent indeed. Ball's back into the middle. Stock comes out of it, wrapped up. Can he try and get away on Groom? Groom really weren't holding the ball there because Stock just kept on trying to power through.
Hartwig and Sweet just having a little bit of a go at each other here, and I reckon Hartwig's got the free kick here.
He has.
No, it's gone the other way. Gone to Ruckman. I thought that was right in front of the umpies.
Bursch's free, half forward now. In fact, further than that, Morton couldn't quite hold on. Could have had his 4th, his 5th, in fact. Instead, we'll have a ball up in front of the cricket nets here, 40 metres out, as Tony goes to see if Holt is back on the field. Really intrigued.
Might as well give him the thongs on the bench now.
Might as well give him the thongs
Doesn't
on
work
the
that
bench.
way.
Pushed out towards the outer wing. Mark's taken. This is Ataro, Angelo Ataro. What a name. Further out towards the outer wing. Right in front of the crowd there. In the end, it's cut off by the Hallett Cove player. And that is a brave kick towards the centre of the ground. Very brave. Wiesel, handball backwards. Now Stolt wants to go forward. Pushed out even wider. Morton around the football. Had it, but lost it. In the end, James. And the high sky ball from Sutton. Mark's taken. Well done, Max Sweet. Sweet's going to buy his time. Climbs Carlaw. Centre square action for him. Couple of players around the football.
Sticky.
Nice stuff from the man in front. Mark's taken. And Hallett Cove can go back and potentially kick goal number 20.
And just that diagonal work again. And I'll tell you what, this might be another thong might be just getting shared here, because this might go across to Plenty. If he kicks 6, he might be a chance. I just had a chat with Riley Holder on the bench, so not giving anything away, but he's not injured. Let's just say that. So probably just put the cue in the rack and looking after him, because there are other games coming up. Of course, next week they play Ironbank Cherry Gardens as Plenty comes in. Gee, he's been offline, hasn't he?
He has. That's 5 goals, 3 for Plenty. 19-19 for Hallett Cove. Imagine their kicking. They could have had 30 goals if they kick straight. So this is Brinsley now. Sorry, not Brinsley. Toby Earlham, who featured in the best players the last 2 weeks. See if he can make that a turkey, as they call him, bowling. 3 in a row. Pushed out towards the outer wing. Nice strong mark from the man in front.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. Ty Bastion, who's played well. And now Wiesel, who's also played well.
Yeah, he's had a good second half, hasn't he, Wiesel? We've thought a bit more of him. Gee, puts it up there to a 50-50. They try and forge through. Doing well there was Earlham, just being strong. Can they force it out here? No, around the corner. Cove, high, and handsome. The hands go up. It's the man in the blue boots. I was watching the player. I know him. There's 2 pairs of blue boots. Well, that's a sense of theatre out there, but it is this player just trotting forward here. We've had this earlier in the day. Is that him?
It's Climbs Carlaw, who's kicked goal number 2, I believe, for him. And goal number 20 for Hallett Cove.
And he's come out of the middle as well. You are correct. As just coming off for rest is Jack Plenty. 5-3, you said. So he's had a massive game.
He has had a huge game. Could have had it kicked 8 goals if it was straight. Couple of set shot misses as play goes on into the middle. Snyder Taylor's around it. Pushed out. Backwards for Morphet Vale. Groom knocks it forwards. High ball. Plays underneath it. No mark. Robert Snyder Taylor. Big boot forward. Halleck Cove played in front. Couldn't quite hold the mark. The umpire has called out a free kick heading the way of Josh Morris, who's had a couple of nice goals today. Has he kicked 2 or 3? I think he might have kicked 3. He has. Lining up for goal number 4. Potentially their best player. James has played well. Bode has played well. Connor Locke's been good in defence. Snyder Taylor. But this is all about Morris. Set shot looks terrific. And it is goal number 10. They are just 1 goal shy of equaling their highest score for the season, Morphet Vale.
That's Josh Morris. That's his 4th goal.
It is.
For the game as well.
He's
looked well done
really
to him.
Good. He's taken his opportunities, is what he has done.
Well, their goals up until today, Schindler Taylor, 3 games, 6 goals. Borowicki, who wasn't playing, 4 and 3. Josh Morris, 5 games, 2. He's now 5 games, 6 games and 6 goals. So well done to Josh Morris and Schindler Taylor with the 1. 2, actually. He'll have kicked 8 for the season, so well done. Of course, Morphet Vale next week play Happy Valley.
Interesting game there. Is that in Happy Valley?
No, Morphet Vale, mate.
Morphet Vale, of course, they're playing away today. Ball's being pushed forwards. Again, for 2 in a minute, maybe. Halleck Cove, last line of defence. Kick is a nice, easy one. Evans hasn't called his name a lot, but does use it well. Mark's taken centre of the ground. Handball over the head of Sweet. Climbs Carlaw. Racing through the middle. Now he's got Max Sweet. Sort of a hospital handball. Had to wait for it. Hardwick laid to tackle. Umpire says play on. And all the way back in defence is a mark from Pinozzo.
Yeah, he's had a very good last quarter, Pinozzo. He's doing well. Gets it across. Watch this kick from Connor Locke. 1 bounce. 2 number 10s on each other. I just go short. Can he get it back here, Locke? Doesn't really trot on for it. So nice, neat little kick. Gee, I'll tell you what, Morphet Vale at times, when they deliver like this, their skill is good. They can deliver the ball. They play that little bit of tempo. 3 or 4 possessions in a row, 50-50. Is that a push out? Gee whiz, play-on's the call. Cove, when they execute quickly. That's just a bomb forward. Anyone's ball, up and down. There's good numbers back here. 1, 2, 3 for Morphet Vale. High kick out. Anyone's ball again. They lead back here, Cove, 2 on 1. Oh, I'll tell you what, the number 2's been pressured there. And well done by John Wenapa Kamanga. He's come in and supported really well there. And great work on the bench just supporting young John Wenapa Kamanga there as he came in. Very close to the boundary. Up, down, in first with Orlando Brinsley. Head over the ball. And they've been impressive. Cove, when they want to move the ball, do they go quickly though when they get going? Some of their execution today has been fantastic. But Morphet Vale, on the other hand, no one behind the 2 rucks. One of my favourites here. Oh, there is a couple now. Comes to the front. 1, 2. They've got to go the wrong way to get this ball out. It's going to be a standing start to a 50-50. More like about 20 on to 20. Gee, he's done well there. Not quite able to get that out. John Wenapa Kamanga. They go outside here, Cove. Now it's a high kick into that forward 50. One hand up, dribbles off the back. Straight through there. Thomas Simpson with his second. The young man back from South Adelaide. It's his first game back and just dribbled off the back of the pack there. Ollie, how many minutes are we? 23 minutes. I better get these thongs and beanie ready. And I tell you, got a few players it could be. I've picked one out.
Would certainly be one of them. It's our 6th goal for the last term here. The final quarter, Halleck Cove have extended the margin. It's 145, plays 62. Our Archie's footwear and the iconic Dartfish filming footy beanie will go to our player of the match. Lots of different options this week. It's up to Tony to decide. Jared Simister in the centre, ready for potentially the final ball up of the match. Final centre bounce ball up, that is. Anyway, he wanders in, Bode has had a terrific game. Up against Christopher Birch. Play's going to move on. Picked up nicely. Real nicely. Climbs Carlo. Coming it well into the second half. Riddle. Short kick. Good kick though. Spots up a target. And from 50, they're going to go long.
Wow.
Look at this. All the way.
No, there might be a free kick here. There's been a whistle. Yeah, there's a free kick. No goal.
No goal.
No
free
goal.
Kick. A Rochelle-style free kick on the goal line there. And it's heading the way of the defender.
Yeah, Benjamin James, it was a beautiful left foot kick. There's probably the two best kicks in the team out there. Well, as soon as you say that, Connor Locke turns it over. So they load up again. Look at all the arms in the air by Cove. No good putting your arm in the air. You've got to move, and move they do. And they get it to Jaden Morton. He's kicked the three. He's going to line up for his fourth. So a few players have kicked more than one. Weisel two, Plenty with four. Clems Carlaw 2, Morton with 3, Simpson with 2, Holder with 2, Lincoln and Riley Holder with 3. And this one is across the face, and that's 5 points, 3 goals, 5 for the quarter to 2 goals straight.
21 plays 20, 21 goals, 20 behinds, that is, for Hallett Cove. So really poor kicking. I'd probably say they've missed most of their set shots today. And the players have kicked a lot of goals, but they've also kicked a fair amount of points. Plenty is one of them, 5 goals, 3. Could have had a big day out. Handball moves it along. That's Holder. Mark's taken half forward. This is Morton again. Can he redeem himself from the point?
Oh,
How's the kick? Wider to Looser. Diving Mark, slips catch, although he drops it. And now tackled down, had some time too. An umpire says, no. Let's calm down. I'll ball it up.
well, the pleasing thing today for Cove is to play 4 quarters and win 4 quarters.
Yes.
And they've done that today, but they might want to go back and just have a look at that third quarter and a little bit of the inaccuracy. They've had plenty of scoring shots. There's no problems with the amount of scoring shots, but the accuracy, when you come up against tighter games, you want to be scoring goals and not points. But overall, I'm sure Matt Pethick, and a good team effort.
Yes, it has
certainly been a lot of really good players for Cove today. They're really impressive. When they want to release and move that ball quickly, especially in that forward half, they go well. And they've had some of the players down back. I talked about Ty Bastian's second half down there has been really good as well. We saw Riley Holder go back and help out, reach at times, Christopher Burst. So they get some good support down back as well. But when they release through that forward area, and they've got a gluttony of forwards or just players that line up for these forward entries.
Been 2 really good weeks in a row. 2 really good weeks in a row for Hallett Cove. Win against Aldinga, 20-point margin there, 90-70. And at the moment, 146 plays 62. Groom knocks it out along the outer end towards half forward. Plays underneath. No one can quite mark. Wilcox, handball, Holder, left it. In fact, the handball was behind him there. And now I think Sando made hard work of what was a simple handball. In the end, the ball's gone over the line. Boundary throw-in right in front of the netball court. Ball's thrown back into play now. Players underneath it. Schneider-Taylor couldn't quite pick it out. In the end, it's Hartwig who holds the ball in as the final siren blows. 146-62, Hallett Cove's way. It's their second win on the trot. Their third for the season. They defeat Morphet Vale at Cobra Park. And how'd you see the game, Tony?
Well, they finished it out well, Cove, as they should have done. They kicked 4-5 to 1-1 in the first quarter. They kicked 9-8 to 3-1 in that second quarter. So that was a big quarter for them. 4-2 to 4 straight. They really slowed down in that third quarter, or probably not so much slowed down, but the pressure from Morphet Vale. But in that last quarter, finishing out well, it was 4 goals, 5 though, for the quarter to 2 goals straight. So the second half just slowed down a bit, 13 goals. In the end, 8 in the second half. So I will be heading out shortly to find our best player, and we'll
you better get out there.
Quick interview.
Cove found our player of the match, which will get the iconic Filming Footy Dartfish beanie and Archie's footwear. I'd like to thank our major sponsor today, ProBuild Australia, focusing primarily on insurance building. ProBuild Australia are passionate about the service provided to all. Air Diffusion Australia as well are the leading Australian supplier of quality air conditioning equipment and components. The Aussie Inn down at Hackham on Adelaide's main South Road. The Aussie serves a cornerstone of South Adelaide community, serves some great food there. Perfect place to have a party or a family get together. And Domain Co Real Estate, Archie's Footwear, of course, are going to see some of them, as well as Dartfish Video Analysis. The Dartfish Analytical Platform is the premium choice for local level country and metropolitan clubs across Australia. Plus, Filming Footy, powered by Dartfish. Been a fantastic day down here at Cobra Park. A couple of plays I've really liked. I've liked Jake Wiesel in the second half. Max Sweet was good throughout the whole day. Jack Plenty could have had a really big day if he had just kicked straight. 5 goals, still pretty impressive. Zachary Thomas was very good, as well as both holders, Lincoln and Riley. Lots to like about Hallett Cove today. Lots to like about them last week as well. Starting to get their season rolling. And looks like Tony's walking over with our player of the match. 146 plays 62. It's going to be a brilliant interview at Tony's first of the season for the SFL. Let's get ready to hear exactly what he wants to say, as he has some microphone issues. Oh, Tony's worked it out now. Old people and technology, that's what they say. Are you ready for us, Tony?
All right, folks, here we are with Jack Plenty. So, first of all, Jack, the winner of the Filming Footy beanie and, of course, the lovely Archie thongs.
Thank you.
Mate, fantastic. 5 goals, 3. However, very clever down there. First of all, the delivery from the teammates, how did you find that?
Yeah, it was a lot better than it has been in previous weeks. We definitely made a big focus of getting the ball in a lot cleaner compared to the first couple of rounds, so that was definitely a lot nicer. So, yeah, it was good by the boys.
We saw you roam wide and deep, so you used the width of the ground. We saw you on that left foot down there. You sort of played around a little bit to get one of those goals, but you've got a bit of a licence there. I love that you use that amount of space. So what's your role? Are you allowed to come up the ground a fair bit as well, or you got to stay deep all the time?
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. I've been nursing a hammy the last couple of weeks, so it's the first week it's actually felt all right. So I was trying to move as much as I could and get some Ks in the legs and then try and get my opponent on the way back to goal.
All right, and the last one, mate, the speed, Hallett Cove, today, fantastic use out of the middle of the ground, and when they want to go and execute quickly, gee, it comes down quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was good by the boys, especially, trying to isolate the boys down deep. Definitely makes it a lot easier as a forward when it's a lot more open. So, yeah, that was nice by the boys.
All right, Jack, we'll let you go and enjoy the festivities. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
and
mate.
All the best for the rest of the season. Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
There we are, folks. Jack Plenty, and we'll head back to central commentary position.
Jack Plenty, our man of the match, as we has a presentation down there for our trophy between both teams, going the way of Hallett Cove, both presidents down there, including Scott Gill for Hallett Cove. I'm sure he'd love to hold of that there. And Lincoln Holder may just make a speech here in the presentations. Shame we don't have a microphone on him, but I can pretty much tell you exactly what he's thinking. In fact, Tony may just wander over and see what he can hear. Good on Tony. I will again repeat the scoreboard. 146 plays 62. As we have some smiles. They're all pretty happy with the celebration there for Hallett Cove. Big win for them. Big day at Cobra Park. I would imagine that moving to the top 4. I would say Tony's going to go grab a photo with our player of the match, Jack Plenty. 5 goals, 3. Was lively in that first quarter. Kicked 3 of his goals when the damage was done. The damage was certainly done in the first term. Hallett Cove, Morphet, Vale here. And Matt Pethick, the senior coach of the Cobras, will be really, really pleased as we go and get our photo with our player of the match. Big crowd here. That's one of the big successes of the SFL. That kid's loving it in front of the TV. Both of them, in fact. Big crowd as they cheer off Matthew Bode, who was sensational today. Game 150 for the A grade. I think it's game 200 all up as well across his entire career. Tony's got something in his eye too as he wanders back after grabbing his photo with our player of the match. Fantastic to see. We'll get our final thoughts from him and myself. Phil Hurd and I will both be back next week, ready for round 8 action of the Southern Football League. Tony has just joined me back in the studio here, our little commentary box. How did you see the last term? And in fact, how did you see the entire match?
Yeah, well, interesting coming down here today. We knew Morphet Vale had been not travelling real well, but just looking at their little 1%ers, could they put a couple of passages of play together? Cove were out for a pretty big win if they could do that. They ended up with 41 scoring shots, which was quite impressive to 12, but a very entertaining game. Gee, they love getting the cars on the ground down here. Don't they? We've had the coffee van, now we've got the Arctic Air. It's like all we need now is someone to be sitting on the top of one of these. It's a real production, and the Arctic Air are getting a nice little promo here. But yeah, coming back to the game, Cove didn't get it all their way. Whilst they were scoring well, they're super fast out of the middle when they really want to.
Fast.
But it was in patches because Morphet Vale would just turn that ball over and they just kept pushing back as well. So a little bit of to and fro. I think the first quarter, as I said, Cove very quick in the front half. Good skills at times from Morphet Vale as well. In the second quarter, Cove had all those shots, 9 goals, 8, but they were inaccurate at times. Inside 50s, really good use of the football. They've got a lot of players that they can spread and try and deliver to. And Morphet Vale in patches, but they also had that coast to coast, which was very good. Third quarter was an even quarter. Cove, once again, they're just at times really explosive. They can trouble a lot of teams as long as they can deliver and hit the targets. Morphet Vale, great pressure and scoring opportunities in that third quarter. So it was a pretty even quarter, and then in the end, Cove, as you'd expect, or you would really like to think that the coach is demanding to have a good finish. And that's what they did. They kicked 4-5 to 2 goals straight. But in the end, look at Morphet Vale's first half, 4 goals, 2. In the second half, well, they kicked 6 goals straight, interestingly enough. And Cove in the first half, 13-13, so they were on fire. And then they ended up with that 21-20. So that score, as I said, pretty even goals to points. It could have been so, but look at there. You've gone through the goal scorers.
I've gone through the goal scorers.
So there was plenty of them, and you talk about that spread. There's 6, 7, 8. There's 9 different goal scorers there, and I think a good team that wants to play finals, they've got a lot ahead of them yet. But if you can have a good spread and not be one-dimensional on who you rely on for goals, Jack Plenty pops up with 4, could have kicked 7. Jaden Morton, who you said is a known goal scorer, pops in or chimes in with his 3. Thomas Simpson at times really good, kicked his 2. Lincoln Holder with his 2, shared around by his brother as well. Weisel comes through with 2, and Riley Holder, as I said, at points of this game, it was like there was 3 of him. He's down back, he was through the middle, he was up forward kicking goals. Will he settle in one position? Do they know that he can be a swingman so they can use him at both ends? They come up against, I think it's, next week, Ironbank, Cherry Gardens. So another team that are just in that bottom part of the ladder. So, they go away from today, Cove, full of confidence. How they use Riley Holder's probably going to be the question later on in the year. Yes, he can be the swing man, but he can't fill all the holes. Find a spot for him if possible. And if they're winning games, is it in the front half and let him get plenty of it? If they're losing games, is it in the back half and as a defender? We talked about this on air. Probably the second half of the third quarter and the last quarter he wasn't on the ground. Leading the way with the thongs, certainly best thong by a mile, but then just didn't get out on the ground. The other side of the coin, plenty of players played their roles.
Yes.
Let's look at Morphet Vale. John Wanapa-Kamanga with his 3 goals. And
liked him.
Yeah, he's only light in body, so he's got to be careful where he goes, but he can certainly read the play. And when he gets it, he's one of those players, he excites the whole crowd, he excites the team on the ground, and he kicked those 3 goals, and that clever left footer around the corner was really good. Josh Morris up forward once again, played his role, kicked the 4 goals. Super impressed with Daniel Bode today. He just got chaired off the ground in front of us.
He did.
But what a game he played. His leaping and ability to get over, at times, taller players and bigger bodied players, super impressive. I'd say he was by far the best player for Morphet Vale. But, gee, his ability around the ground, he can take marks as well. He's not just a tap ruckman.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Benjamin James at times, really liked him, mate. Really impressed with his left foot. Oliver Price, he's in and under, did a lot of the grunt work in the middle for them, got some good clearances. Robert Schindler Taylor went into the middle, did some good work, came out with 2 goals. And Nicholas Robertson, probably in the first half more than the second half, he ran himself into the ground, but gee, he was strong and resolute back there. And overall, with Morphet Vale, I think Wade Foggo is talking about the education and winning moments and that, but their body language is good. They competed well all day, so they can take some small things out of today's game.
They can take a lot of things out of today's game. I thought it was probably their best performance for the season. A couple of A-grade results around the ground. Flagstaff Hill got the job done over Port Noarlunga. Port Noarlunga were leading on 47 points at halftime. Only managed 65 for the entire match. 104 to 65 there. And, well, unfortunately, Aldinga could not get the job done at Ironbank. 15-20 for Ironbank Cherry Gardens. Aldinga, after 5 goals at halftime, only managed 3 more for the game. That's all for round 7 action live from Cobra Park. My name's Oliver Riddle, and congrats to our winners, Hallett Cove. This is all thanks to Dartfish and Filming Footy. I'd like to thank our cameraman Josh, our sponsors, and Tony Neal for dropping in today.
Thank you very much, Oliver. It's been a pleasure. Southern Football League's in good hands, great standard of football, and what a great day we've had down here. Thank you to the Cove Football Club as well.
Phil Herden and I will be back next week, ready for another huge match here in the Southern Football League.